Hi, everybody. Welcome to TVON. My name is Blair. Thank you so much for joining us and happy Sunday. So glad you're with us today. We have 3 hours. Incredible jewelry coming up. There's going to be, I know, a piece you're all excited about. We've got a very special diamond opportunity. It's really unlike anything we've ever seen, and we love great diamonds here, no doubt, but there's going to be a very special ring today. It's going to feature multiple very cool cuts, fancy colors in diamonds all together. It really is like you've collected diamonds for years. It's like you've got your own treasure trove and you decide to put them all in one fabulous ring. So we're going to see that today. It's brand new. And then we also have, there's a blue wing. It's a gorgeous 7-carat round that is on the way. We're going to see a couple tennis bracelets. Last call on diamond pieces. It is, I know we are probably a little too early to be talking about holidays, even though it is the end of September. However, there are, we know that the most extraordinary and the most talked about, the most requested items as we approach the end of the year are diamond pieces for gifting, for yourself, for any special occasion whatsoever. Well, we are going to see last call on 2 diamond tennis bracelets. They are made up and ready to go. They are the classic 3-carat style, round brilliance in the basket style for you. We also have a rose and a white. Then we're going to see our last call on some hoop earrings, inside outs. Now, the reason I call your attention to it, even though we've seen them before, is the fact that they are last call at this price tag. And that is a big difference. If you've been following the trade, and I know you do, there are increases not just in labor, but also gold and diamonds. So when you can see old pricing from many moons ago, that's going to help you in an amazing way. So last call on some inside out hoops. We'll have luckily yellow and white on those, and then the bracelets as well. So like to call your attention to that because we've got 2 bracelets, 3 pairs of hoops, and that's usually something we need about 10 times that quantity. So our last call. Then as far as brand new, we will see that gorgeous diamond ring, emerald. I've got one of our best of the best in emeralds, and also a purple paraiba if you don't have one of those yet, and something affordable in morganite earrings is coming up as well. So we'll see that. And your requests are welcome. It is the end of the week. Remember, we don't see you guys on Monday or Tuesdays. So that means we have to get all of our fabulous shopping fix in today in the next 3 hours. So if you have a request or there's something you're catching up with a previous show, want to check on availability, please do that while we are here live, because obviously that's the way to get in on these one-of-a-kinds. And then we've got even some fancy cuts for you. Oh, and those of you that missed out on the Tanzanite earrings yesterday, I do have a pair of similar sizes. Well, they're a little smaller, but they're rounds, and they're in white gold. So we'll see those as well. So let's get started with a fabulous fancy cut citrine that we have here for you. Isn't that a beauty? That is, and I'm going to go, let me go grab our light and see if I can get that one. I don't know if that light's going to stay on today. Probably not, but we can try it. It's item number here is going to be, let's see, we got 112-9316. It's our 5-carat 80. So love to see that. Just something special for you in the way of fabulous citrine. And we've got our Madeira. We love our Madeiras. We really don't see citrine other than Madeira. It's not something we see all the time unless we can get you the finest quality. It's kind of our whole MO around here. So that's what you're getting right then and there. A fabulous idea. And let's not forget that there's going to be a fabulous price tag. Isn't that the way we go? It does not matter what's going out in the world elsewhere. We are going to make sure that every single price tag you see is going to be discounted to the 9. So you got a really special time to shop and save and get all your favorites, and you can be that rock star shopper and more importantly, get your rock star jewelry. So here it is. This is going to be our 580 with 25 points in diamonds. A nice way to see this incredible fancy cut, because it's still a trillion, but it's got a little extra. You would see normally 3 complete sides. You can see there's a little extra faceting to not only the outside edges of that Madeira, but also around it. They look almost like, imagine like raindrops or dewdrops, or really special, just a great look all the way around with the way those diamonds are done. And it's a little bit of just a little white rhodium where the diamonds are set. The rest is in yellow gold, stays as is there. And that will be our $29.99. I was going to go grab that light, so let me go do that real quick. And then we'll be ready to go ahead and get you a fabulous value on this. Remember, it's got to stay in the gold color. And when you see one-of-a-kinds, by the way, especially when they stay in the gold color, which a lot of one-of-the-kinds do, look at you all decked out in your Raiders gear. I like it. We got a Broncos fan over here, and we got a Raiders fan over here. And what about you? No, nothing? Well, we know you're the boxing queen. You like boxing now. We know that. Okay, so we're good. We've set up our affiliations today. All right, so this is good. But here we are with our really special, again, design wear. Again, you don't see, I was going to just complete my thought on that really quick. When you see one-of-a-kinds, they're going to go out right away. So I know some pieces that have to be made up or customized completely, they're going to take a little extra time these days, right? But if you have a one of a kind, and I always tell you when it is, and pretty much everything I show you on the show is a one of a kind, when that is the case and you pick up one of those one of a kind items, it goes right out to you after sizing, if you even need sizing. And so that's really key as well. So don't think you're going to be waiting, months on end or weeks on end. You got to wait probably about 2 or 3 days. And that's going to be, I think, a really nice way to just shop and just know that, pieces for special occasions, pieces that you need for a certain gift idea, all options and all available, and really 95% of what I show you is one of a kind. So here it is, a great value. I'm going to try it on for you, and we'll see how long that light stays on, because it certainly looks better with a little light. And then you see that great cutting. That's like a, I don't know, I want to call it a phantasmic cut. It's kind of just really, it feels magical. It just feels like that really kind of out of a fairy tale, where you just got this really bright burst of colors, from ambers to goldens to yellows, of course, some really intense bronze tones as well. And we will do this for better than even $1,000. You got to love a citrine like this, especially when a trillion brings it all that liveliness we love. That's exciting as well. And we're going to take it on down to $9.99. So huge value there. One caller takes it. Then don't forget, we got some diamond specials. And any requests you have, you do have to get those requests in. Make sure we can help you get whatever you need before we wrap up this show in about 3 hours, okay? So that's really important. Make sure you get all those requests in, even if it's something, maybe I know it's a busy time of year, wrapping up summer here, I guess. Isn't today our last official day of summer? I believe it is. Tomorrow marks the beginning of fall. So yeah, if only we got fall weather. Oh, I would love me some fall weather. Oh, that sounds nice, doesn't it? But for those of you, this is like very autumnal, right? Very autumnal, and then you've got, all those colors. I mean, it's a year-round type of stone. It feels perfect for autumn. It feels really good for Halloween, and then the Thanksgiving cornucopias. And then when you need, once the holidays are past and you feel like you're in those, dark, dreary days of winter, boy, does that color pick you up. So $9.99 on that one. That's a one only. Then we have a paraiba. Oh, butterfly necklace. This is really pretty. A butterfly necklace today that we haven't seen in about, I don't know, it's been like 7 years. So for a lot of you, I think it'll be a first time. It's kind of like they say, what's old is new again. Well, in this case, it's quite literal. What's old is new for you, because a lot of you might not ever have seen this gorgeous butterfly necklace ever before. So we're really excited about that. And we got some designer necklaces in gold and diamonds. Have a great value on Mandarin and opal, and those Tanzanite earrings. We better get started with those quickly too, because those rounds are not going to last. We know it. So this is your opportunity. Okay, so let's get to it. That one's here, just not for long though. I like to just, keep on moving and showing you all kinds of great jewelry, and then when you see that piece that you can't live without, you can go ahead and grab it and get those wonderful prices as well. Now, I've got 2 different options here in our butterfly necklace. So let's start with 1110459. It'll be the same item number, but this is the white gold, and then notice there's 1 diamond off to the side. So where you get that longer wing, you see how it's asymmetric? That what is on your right, but will be on your left side of your body as you wear it, is actually going to be where you get that larger diamond that's bezel set, and then it's all set into this great necklace where you've got the adjustability and 16, 17, and 18 inches and a spring ring closure. So that's the pave in the white gold. Let me also show you the rose gold that I have here too, because sometimes we will see that. We see it later in our bracelet as well. We're going to have a white and a rose gold option, but check out, look at that. That really, it's going to give you the look as if it's pink diamonds. Really, when you see our white diamonds that are able to just reflect that beautiful rose gold, they tend to look a little bit like pink diamonds, don't they? And it's a good sizable piece, over a ½ carat in diamonds. And of course, butterflies always so significant. I mean, they're a beautiful creature, if you ask me. Everyone's got different feelings about like snakes and, lizards and snails and some of the critter jewelry we see out in the jewelry world. Some people have a very strong reaction to like, snakes, it's maybe not perfect for you in jewelry. I got to tell you, the butterfly seems like the unanimous favorite when it comes to critter styles and animal jewelry, and really just, again, always delicate, feminine, and also, usually a symbol of remembrance as well. So a beautiful way to wear it close to your heart. I'll show you the rose gold here on, just so you can see, obviously the size is going to be the same. And then there's the rose gold, and then of course we have the white gold. So 2 great options for you. You simply decide which one you like, and we'll go back, and I'm going to also show you close up as well, of course, just so you know what kind of VS diamonds you're getting there. There's that rose gold, and then we'll show you the back because it's all finished as well. And here's that white gold. You have a feeling that's going to be popular, right? And yet it's not even, look at that old item number. So again, this is about 6, 7, 8 years ago, somewhere in that neighborhood. We haven't seen 1110s in that amount of time. So it's a really good chance to pick it up and, of course, score the deal. Look at that inside. Great finishing there. And again, white or rose. So you decide, or I'll tell you what also it makes it easy to do. Since I'm a big fan of layering and also of layering colors, you could do that as well. And obviously it's not going to sit quite as upright when you have it on a neckline, but I'm showing it on the hand here just to keep it close. But you can see there, you could layer those two together because it makes it easy. With the adjustability built in, you've got easy layering. I would probably put one at 16 and one at 18 and have them kind of just float their way across your neckline, and I will make it affordable enough to get both of them. No longer $19.99. Again, a white and a rose, and a great gifting idea because with necklaces, you never need to know their size. You never need to know. I think that as long as you know that they're going to wear a necklace with diamonds, and a lot of them, you're going to be good to go here, and we have one of each, and it's not even $9.99. So a great symbolic piece of jewelry, wear it close to the heart. That really, again, it's a larger scale than what we typically see as well. How about the rose gold on top and the white gold beneath it? It is yours to choose from, white or rose, you decide, but we will make them better than even $888 or $799. I'll make them $777. Your choice of. So whichever one you prefer. Again, rose and white. Two great options there for you as you see them clear across that that faraway shot. So really nice idea if you love the butterfly design. And we've done in the past more petite styles usually. This one's really, again, a little larger scale, and I love the asymmetry because it's almost like, even though it's going to sit evenly, sometimes butterfly designs are a little asymmetric. These are really meant to sit evenly, but again, that one side being larger almost makes it look like it's, you know, in flight. So a really special way to go at $777. So the rose, the white, your choice of. Now let's get to what I know is going to be extremely popular. This is the Tanzanite earring du jour. There is only one pair. They do have to stay in the white gold, so keep that in mind. It is a designer style with these two baguettes that obviously I'm choosing to put north and south just here for display purposes, but it's a center post, so you can rotate them as you wish, and they can be any which way you want them to be. So it could be like, you know, you could go a little diagonal. You're probably going to choose whether you want the baguettes either north, south, or east, west. So either way you want to go there, but a really fabulous round. So that's always a specialty cut. We know, we understand the round is rare. We see the red flashes there. The item number is 112-9312. Brand new right now, but do not let that fool you. The price is going to be heavily discounted when you are getting $279. So I know that we had some great button styles yesterday on the show about this time, and they were gone immediately, and I had so many of you miss out. Well, the thing is this, is there are different sizes and different scales of stud earrings, of course, and usually a stud just implies the slightest of a stone, very small, usually 60 points total weight, and something to that effect. Here's where you're getting the bigger stones, almost 1.5 carats each, and then really well done with a diamond weight at 55 points. One more thing to add, it's actually 18 karat solid gold here on the earring, so that also is a nice upgrade to enjoy. We love that with earrings, and of course the center post, the butterfly backing, and they are right now brand new. So this is the really important time to just let us know if you would like to get them, because, and I know there's a smudge on one, so I'm seeing it as it moves here. I'm seeing it in the real time with you guys. This is a live show. You can't edit these shots, and so sometimes you don't see things in person as you do up close, and that's why we do this, why we do everything up close, zoomed in, you know, not far away where you got to choose it without even really ever seeing it up close. I'm always amazed at people who are able to buy jewelry from, you know, a perspective of not really even seeing it, you know, getting all the particulars. And I think it's nice to get in and really see exactly what you're getting, because obviously here's another one. They can go out tomorrow. This is not a piece that you're going to be waiting on at all because, well, they stay in the white gold. There's no sizing needed in an earring. We have the butterfly backings, which are these nice pronounced butterfly backings, so you're good to go. They can go in a box, put your name on it, and by Wednesday, you're going to have these likely. I mean, depends on where you live and if you're, you know, experiencing any extreme weather for our shipping partners. But typically that means by Wednesday or Thursday, you're going to have them. So you're wearing them and you're enjoying them by next weekend. And that's a really good thing. So huge value here coming up. And again, if you love the blue wings and you need something to match, let's say you love your rings and you've collected the rings and now you're ready to have something additional to go with it, you got to get in from here, because obviously when we don't have any left, how are you going to match up the blue wings of the world with everything else that's out there that is, lacking a bit when you talk about the saturation level or lack of. So here's what we'll do. A huge value, a $59.99. That's what they should be. Let me put together a little end of the week shopping special for you. Isn't that what we do? Sundays are made for shopping. We have some of our biggest values and some of our biggest savings and some of our big premieres. You will see one today in something very exotic. But right now, the Tanzanites may not be exotic because you see them often, but they will soon be a distant memory. And we'll have to remember back to the time when we had blue wing block Ds, because they are just about gone. And we're going to show them to you for, you know what, skip it. 18 karat gold. I don't want to do 6,000 or 5,000 or 4. I'm really ready to send these out. I'm going to show them when they're on the hand here. I'm going to show them with the baguettes on the side. I think that's actually how I would do it if I was putting these on, just like so, where you see that almost like it looks like a little mirror on either side. Just imagine that stone looking at itself in the mirror with all that flash and razzle dazzle, and you really see the difference of the baguettes. And they're a ½ inch in their diameter, and I will try one on as well so you can see how it looks from a distance away. I think that's always helpful just to get an idea of, okay, there they are. And I did set those baguettes again just on the direct east and west sides, so you can see what that's all about. But they are under $4, under $3, under even $2,000. Tell me where that's going to happen anywhere in this world on big Tanzanites that are the best out there. Best color, best saturation, most red, all of that. And they are not even $2,000. They are only $19.99. Just one pair. And remember those Tanzanites we had about 24 hours ago, they were gone in a hurry. So make sure you're getting in on the phone lines there. Let's go back to our wheel, take another look at them close up and scout those out. That is a very important earring, no doubt about it. And one of our best, and I was so impressed with that price. And there you can see one in each angle. Of course, this one's leaning a little bit, but you get the idea. Baguettes, north-south or east-west, totally up to you. And don't forget about those butterfly necklaces. And of course, one surefire way to get a piece of jewelry out the door is put up Tanzanite earrings. So that's why they're here early today. Okay, so then coming up, I'm gonna show you a beautiful opal. And also we have a paraiba that's on the affordable side if you like a more simple solitaire. Plus we're gonna see those last calls. We should probably do the, thinking we should do the inside out hoops on the early side, excuse me, because there are only 2 pairs in white and 1 pair in yellow, and we know how quickly those go. But Jason, remember, if it's this item, as I was saying, if it's a one of a kind, you're gonna get it, it goes out tomorrow. So tomorrow's Monday, we can go back to shipping. So, you know, you're not gonna be waiting months for those. You're gonna be waiting probably 2 days, maybe 3, just depending on where you live. We're all the way out in the West Coast. Some of y'all all the way out in the East Coast. Sometimes it takes a little, like an extra day. Just again, depends on our shipping partner, but we can get those out tomorrow for you. And my one of a kinds, I've made a deal with our jewelry department that if it's a one of a kind and doesn't need a gold color change and just needs basic sizing, it should go out the following day. Assuming that that, of course, is a day we ship. In other words, if you bought yesterday, I can't ship on Sunday because we don't have our partners working. What's that? So they are post and butterfly. Yes, they are. Again, I'll show them to you here. So here's what they actually look like. And again, centered post. And they don't sit up too high, which I admire. I always like an earring that sits a little lower, and that's tougher to do when it's a bigger size. So there's your center post. That's why you can rotate them as you wish. And then, of course, it's going to come with a nice little beefy butterfly, okay, kind of a little bigger. So it manages to hold up that great stone. And again, they were about a ½ inch in their diameter. So they're not ginormous. They're not going to flop or fall to one side or the other. And by the way, if you ever need clarification, because you're buying a piece and you're not sure when it's going to ship because you don't know, talk to your operator and talk to me and ask me directly, and I'll be able to tell you, because if it's one of a kind, it goes right out, no problem. Okay, so here we go. Let's keep on moving. And that light's just not, Tony, we'll just iris up. I'm not going to go over there a million times, okay? We'll just, we'll iris up a little and hopefully compensate for the fact there's no light today, because that's what we usually do. By the way, there's a heart-shaped yellow diamond today. All right, so we've got 3 people talking about 1 pair of earrings, and we can't split them up. Because, well, 3 people, 2 earrings, yeah, even if we were to say you get one and you get the other, that's not fair. So here we are, just waiting to see who's got them, and that will be quick and easy and gone. So this is really, yeah, you've got them, congratulations. And then here is that beautiful Mandarin. Well done on the tensies. Now here is the Mandarin garnet. This is really, look at that. Oh, look at this color. Very saturated. I know that we kind of talk when saturation happens to an elite level, or if it goes really too dark, it really becomes, it's more more of a spessartite. So there's a fine line you walk here. This is a true Mandarin, but without being that lighter orange, it's got more of an intense orange. So really special. Think of like a ripe orange you would pick from the orchard, as opposed to one that's maybe, needs another couple of days on the, on the vine or on the leaves. So that's where, again, you've got 112, 1923. Our Mandarin garnet, again, Tanzanite earrings are gone. We'll find out who got those. And then here is that one of a kind. Again, most of what I'm going to show you today is a one of a kind. So again, just keep that in mind. We're always, when I say that, it is. It's not a line. That's just not something I say for fun. Again, want you to be aware of what you're getting here, and that there's also not a chance to pick them up once they're gone, because they go. And a lot of these pieces are never being made again. So that's also something to keep in mind. And there's also an earring to match, which, if you want to get real fancy and you get the ring, we could have the perfect earring match set. But here's the ring that's discounted. It's the 172, which is remarkable to get a round that's still almost 2 carats in size. Then you're getting 67 points in diamonds as well. And it is it's a style of bridge. You see one row in diamonds goes all the way from one side to the other. You can see that Q-lid as well. Then it sits up. That is what I love. It looks like it's floating, but of course it's securely set. You've got that halo, that basket work, those 4 prongs, all of that. And here's what it looks like on the hand. Wow, what a special piece this is. And one of the, if you've been thinking about, I want to try a bridge, but I'm not sure. Sometimes they get really wide or they have a lot of big diamond weight. Yes, they do. This is really, I think, the more wearable and simple of the styles in the bridge mountings to get a hold of, and really doesn't give you too much width overall. It's still, don't get me wrong, it's still made like it's 3 separate rings. I mean, you see that outer edges in gold, that centerpiece done in diamonds, the halo as well. So it is like you have 3 rings all coming together though, and this is why it's so easy to wear. It all comes together in the back, and we only have this one, and it will be better than $49.99. And here's a quick little, just a little flash of those earrings that would be so beautiful, even though they're cushions and rounds. If it's a square cushion, they really look good together, I think. So I think those could be really fabulous together. So they're here as well. But let's move this one first. And again, you never need to buy the whole set. We just give you opportunities sometimes where we can pair things up that happen to look great together. This is going to be better than $49 or $39 or $29.99. We are blowing it out. $19.99 for the one and the only of the Mandarin round in the ring. So that will be a quick one to go, because you know how valuable these stones are, getting more and more pricey by the day. And to get it for $19.99 when it's almost 2 carats and done with all that really fabulous gold and lots of diamonds all the way around it and even underneath it, which is really nice. So we do have that one. And then of course, if you're ready for the earrings, now don't forget we have big top of the hours. We're going to do at 11 o'clock. That's only about 38 minutes from now. We're going to bring out that specialty ring. Now, if you're going, I don't know what she's talking about, but I know I see fancy diamonds all the time there. Well, the difference today is that you're going to see a color of diamond we don't typically have. And it's really a little collection or set, and yet they're all bigger and they're all different cuts, and it's like a beautiful melange of colors. So I'm really excited about what we're going to be able to show you coming up. It's going to be a lot of fun, and they're just bright and beautiful as ever. And this is another look if you haven't seen it yet. And then of course, what is it surrounded by? Yellow diamonds. Those are really orangey. I would say it kind of depends. Like, are you seeing more orange or more cognac? Usually a cognac diamond's a deeper brown, but they're really more of the citrus tone than they are brown. So it's just a really fabulous, fabulous way to get a collectible. And then also those yellow diamonds, no white diamonds in the whole ring. So that we will try our very best to make incredibly affordable for you. And then let's get to our last call on hoops. Might as well, we're only 22 minutes in, but there's always something so status about a diamond hoop. I mean, we love our hoops in general. I think a hoop lover is probably gonna have more than one. But when you talk about the last call ever, you know what, I'll wait 7 more minutes. Let's let everybody gather here. We'll do it at the bottom of the hour. We will bring out our last 3. And by the way, they're the deluxe bezel set hoops. We've done 202s where they were just prong set. Today, you're gonna see the upgrade to that with the bezels. And again, 2 in white, 1 in yellow, that's it. So that's why you're gonna need to pounce on those early. And then there's also a heart-shaped yellow diamond, and this is so, so rare, 112-9309. And if you are a yellow diamond lover, you know that we bring you a variety, but very rarely are they heart shapes. Talk about a difficult stone to, well, let's just, not really about the difficulty. Let's talk about what really is the reason behind why, if you search the world of diamonds, you rarely see a heart shape. And that main reason is because, well, it's diamonds and they don't want to waste one single bit of a piece of diamond rough, especially if you're starting with a larger piece of rough, which is obviously what makes diamonds rare in the first place. Then you think, okay, I'm going to usually maximize that rough best I can. That includes usually ovals or cushion cuts. Here's the problem. When you have a yellow diamond, obviously that rarity, that actually, it does get exponentially more rare because we have a natural color yellow here. So instead of just getting a white diamond, which is fairly straightforward, it is a far more rare venture to even get into the fancy colors like a yellow. So when you see a yellow, the last thing they want to do is waste it. We all talk about this. Every point of a diamond counts. It means there's a difference in price between even a 20-pointer and a 21-pointer. There's a difference if you go a carat to a carat 01. Obviously, we understand that you hit certain magic sizes, whether it's a quarter carat or a half carat or a 1 carat, and then they really skyrocket out of usually out of range and out of budget. This is where we've got that 1 carat exactly. So talk about a magic size, 1 carat exactly in a bright, I've had heart shapes before that I've rejected, and you've probably seen me do it once or twice on the air if you've watched for a while. I will, if it's anything less than perfect, I'll just reject it, unless, like if it's just a setting issue, then I'll just correct that. But obviously, if it's something with the stone that inherently can't be changed, then we don't need to show it to you. I don't need to convince you to buy anything that's, less than perfect. I mean, that's really, I demand perfection. That's what I do. So here we go. 9309 is a heart shape that I will say sometimes just because the cut is complicated and you're working with diamonds and you still want that brilliant cut like we have here, it can be miscut. I'll just say it nicely. It can be miscut where you see maybe it has a little issue where the cleft isn't really a cleft and it's really a pear shape. Or maybe it gets, I've oftentimes seen our heart shapes where they have a little window up by the cleft because it's a complicated setting and then suddenly you're getting a little void of color. This is perfectly cut. It is a 1 carat and it's VS and it's got that bright color we love, 30 points of additional yellow diamonds as well. And then you also have the white diamonds at 93 points. So you're getting plenty of overall diamond weight, I would say. We have 1 and 1 alone. I promise I will give you, and there's obviously it's 1, it stays as is because it's got 2 tones of gold. So everything matches. All your yellows are in yellow gold. All your white diamonds are in white gold. And then you do have, yes, the Mandarin garnet, thank you. And did they want to see the earrings, by the way? We can always rush those up if you want to see the earrings to coordinate. I wouldn't say match, but coordinate because they were square cushions. We can show them right away since the Mandarin and the white gold is gone. Now here's another one that stays as is. So another one that can be done with basic sizing and then be out to you tomorrow. So to you by Wednesday or Thursday. So even great. I mean, everything I've shown you so far should go out tomorrow. So it's really just like, again, okay, great. I'm going to have it before I even realize, oh yeah. When it's at my door before I even expected it to go out. And that's the beauty of, again, shopping these one-of-a-kinds that you have exclusively during the opportunity that is our live show. And is that 223 really, Tony? Because if you just did that math for me, thank you, because I didn't even bother doing that yet. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I wasn't even thinking total weight yet, but Tony knows that's a very important number to me. So yeah, that's kind of cool. Well, now I feel like I should get it. That, and trust me, the reason I like it in 223 is all about love. So I think that, yeah, I may need to even break my heart-shaped rule and get this one. But if you guys get first dibs, as always, that's just, I love those white diamonds. You see all that they have in white diamonds is just around that outer halo. And you see how substantial each and every individual white diamond is there. That is a really fine mounting. Let's try it on. And again, what a beautiful gift this would be for somebody. I mean, heart shapes are meant to give, right? Not that you couldn't just say, I love it. I'm buying it for myself. This is my style. Go ahead. But as a gift, oh, how sweet and sentimental. And also how, hubba hubba, wow, that is. That's a really good piece. And we're going to go ahead and blow it out. $9,999. It should be. We'll take it a lot lower than that. And don't forget, we only have about 2 minutes until our hoops come out. And then we've got only 30 minutes to our top of the hour. So a lineup that you cannot miss. But this one's going to be under $5,000. And the last time we had a heart-shaped yellow gone at $49.99. Wasn't a whole lot different in the price tag either. We're going to make this even more significant in value. That's what I'm doing today. Can't leave one single piece here today. It's just all about those values, straightforward and to you. And again, so many pieces that are going to go out, pretty much everything. I mean, if it's already made and ready to go and doesn't change gold color, most of these things are, it goes right out to you. So how beautiful is that? I mean, before I see you next, when we shop together on Wednesday, it's going to be, you're already going to be calling me and telling me how much you love your piece of jewelry. And yet, this is not even $49 or $39.99. One caller will get it. The fabulous rings are going, the earrings are going. We have that citrine from the top of the show as well if you want it for $9.99, and also the butterflies, but that's all that we have available from the show so far. And now we get to take this one even lower than $39.99. You better believe it. This is a major, major value, as kind of everything is here, but to get a yellow in a heart shape. And the only next one I have up in size, I just don't love the cut. It's a little bit, it's a carat and a half, and it lacks in color and it doesn't have perfect cutting. So if you're very demanding with your jewelry like I am, then feel free to get this one instead, because this has really checked all the boxes. And it really just has become that perfect piece. And we'll blow it out. You know what? I'll give you an extra $500 off and we'll make it $34.99, and that should do it on that fabulous yellow diamond in the one and only in that two-tone gold as well. So that will be $34.99. Just let us know your ring size. If it's not a size 7, go, no problem. We size it up or down as needed for you, and it will be on its way out. There's a new mint tourmaline. There's a very affordable Kunzite. Oh, I'm loving the Kunzite in the Escher cut. Don't forget, we have that big top of the hour. We're not doing the midpoint of the show. Our big special is coming up in 30 minutes exactly. So if you are one of the many, 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 and I've only flashed it twice in the last couple of days, and yet the response was huge. So I'm really excited I'm excited you're excited. That always gets me excited, because, you know, we all like different things, but seeing your response so early on just to those couple of flashes we did in previous airings, well, you're going to love what we have put together. Been working on that price all afternoon yesterday. We're really excited about what's going to happen coming up. So get ready for some really unusual diamond colors. And then let's show them. Should we show them Mandarin earrings, or are they okay? All right. So here we go with, I've got an opal. It's a really pretty opal, and then there's a paraiba. We've got a paraiba that's affordable, like really affordable, like by any metric. And then we have this one. Ooh, hello, opal. All right, let's take a look at this. Oh, wait a minute, it's the bottom of the hour. Stop everything, gotta do it. Almost forgot about my hoops. Let's show you the ultimate diamond inside out hoop earring. Seriously, the biggest and best, and these should have gone up a bunch because there's so much gold involved in this earring. You know this is, as far as the big sizes we do, there's a little bit lengthier drop, but it's an oval. So if you're really more of a traditionalist, because a traditional diamond inside out is a round, that's what we have here. And I'll show you now, that is lucky enough, I have 2 pairs in the white gold, but you know what lately has been happening? Everybody's been digging and loving the really special diamonds in the yellow gold. There is 1 pair and 1 pair alone in that yellow gold. So it's going to become a little bit, you know, like madness here. It's going to be a real rush, feel like it's a race, because you got to shop with a little bit of aggression here when we've got these last call opportunities, especially on something that's kind of beloved. It's not really that one person out of 1,000 is going to like them. No, it's really where it's a little bit more universal than that. And yet this is that big time value that we love as well. Because again, last time you're going to see them. So I was mentioning at the beginning of the show, this is not something that we can make again and again. And if we do, and we likely will, well, they're going to be a little bit more money. And when I say a little bit, I'm trying to be nice, because honestly, they're going to be a lot more money just based on what we're seeing in gold and diamonds and what they do. So what we have here are the 202 classics. 1 pair in yellow, 2 pairs in white gold. That is it. Finito they will be at this price tag. If we do make them again, I don't even know, honestly, if we can make them in time for the holiday season. So this might be a situation where not only are you going to save money, but this is the only shot really to probably guarantee them before the Christmas, the Hanukkah, the New Year's, and all the celebrations that happen between now and then, okay? Fall celebrations, all those anniversaries that come up, a birthday or a retirement, any way to treat yourself. And quite frankly, take it from me as a hoop devotee, you do not need a special occasion to enjoy and love and really get great use out of a beautiful diamond hoop. And this is it. Now it's 1114316, so another oldie item number that's going to serve you well in the discount. And that's super important because, again, last call. This is where, again, though, I know a lot of you know, the 202s, I've seen those. Usually they are the teeny diamonds that are basket set. That means prong set, where they're just essentially kind of free floating. And that is a look, and it's a classic, and it's where we all began. This is the upgrade to that, because those diamonds are already bigger, but they're actually, because you realize there are fewer diamonds used. Fewer, but bigger individually, because you have each one completely surrounded by a bezel of gold. Solid gold, that is. 14 karat white or yellow. Remember, those are your only 2 options, and we need you on the phones fast for the yellow especially. 202 inside out. Talk about complex. Don't worry about it, we did that. And we're not charging you anywhere near what today's 2025 labor prices are going to be. But you're also getting the fact that it's what? Bezel set, button release, instant glamour. And it doesn't need to be dressy. Everyone's got their different opinion on that. But the way these are set doesn't only give you a beautiful look and a lot more gold presence and the bigger diamonds, but it also gives you practicality because they're smooth. There's nothing to catch on anything, whether that's your long hair, whether that's a scarf that you're going to wrap around in the wintertime, whether that's just, again, you've got maybe you're around little ones and they're always tugging and pulling at your ears and you don't want anything sharp or catching on anything for them. This is the most practical but the most bold and beautiful in our inside out hoops. And they're 1.5 inch, which I will show you. It's about what I'm wearing. I'm wearing a little wider hoop, but obviously you're going to see these on and really gauge if they're for you or not. But the price tag is the best it can be. Simply the best. And it's our 202 inside out. And again, let me show you from a distance away here. I'm going to borrow the yellow gold. We know those are going to go first. Yellow gold has been insanely popular of late. Here's what they look like from a distance. Seriously, it's a wow. It's a wow. And those they end up looking like at least double that in diamonds because that's what bezels do. We've seen it time and time again in individual stones in earrings, stones in pendants, all of that. But the bezel does. It plays this trick of the eye where you're already using a big diamond, but then you've got a bigger look with the bezel. And here's that button release. So that's going to unlock what is basically inside. There's a locking mechanism inside this little box here so that when you actually fasten it, all you do is push it and click it close. When you're going to open it or take it off, you release it and then it hinges at the bottom, opens right up for you. Victor, which color do you want already? Because I'm going to try one on. You want the white gold, one already gone and white gold, one left. What about you? Are you thinking about the white or the yellow? Okay, so we've got two people thinking about, yikes, don't wait guys. It looks like we have a white and a yellow already being considered. And this is where please do not delay because we don't know if they're going to get them or not. Obviously, everybody's ready and maybe you've thought about it. Maybe you've waited on them. Well, the wait time, it can be no longer unless you have more money than you know what to do with and you don't mind spending $10,000 down the line, then that's fine. There's no urgency. But if you're somebody who really values a value, yes, you value a value, you need to get them today, especially when it could be a very, very long wait till we even see them come back again, which I don't know about you, but I'd rather start enjoying my earrings now. I'd rather save the money and enjoy the earrings sooner rather than later and start wearing them and letting them be my new fabulous signature look. So here they are, fabulous look. And again, not too long, they're 1.5 inches, but that's not anywhere near where you have to worry about, oh, are they too much? Are they too long? Or can I not wear them during the day? Or are they too much? Not at all. Let's take a look at what they look like close up. That's the yellow. And then of course you see the white gold there, which is a great way to show off our white diamonds. And this is last call when they really should be around $10,000 going forward. I'm just glad you're here to see them today. I am really, really glad. So this is very, very special. What would you like? What would you need? And here's what I'm going to do right now. If you would like them, this is our lowest price. You take advantage of it today. And once they go, they're going to be coming off that wheel. You got to make sure and take advantage right now. It's not going to be 9, 8, 7, or 6, or 5. And these are $38,000 carat diamonds if you're shopping retail. This is why most people don't even think about owning VS diamonds, and we insist upon it. And they're not 5 or 4 or even 3,000. I know $29.99 is a major value. We're going lower than that, and you do not have to pay $29, $25. Remember we had there was a great value the other day on a very similar carat weight, but they were still $2,500. I'm going to blow these out right now for $1,999. It is your last call on that hoop at that price, and there's no hope. If you're thinking, oh, maybe one day it'll go low, it will not go lower. You have one white gold gone. We now have one in each color left. We started with one in yellow, so that still remains, and now just one left of each. So you tell me, 60 seconds left to go. Now, Tony, I missed it. What is Miss MMTC? What does she need to see on the ear? Okay, I thought I read it on the air, but it's the ear. Yes, and I did. Was it these earrings then? Or something else? Tanzanites or these? These? Okay, so of course, do you need to see the other one? We can do the white gold on the ear as well. So I hope so. I think that's what she's looking for. I always show every earring on the ear, by the way. I show every ring on the hand, every pendant on the neckline, every earring. Yeah, it's a good, we don't have toe rings, so yeah, don't need to take the shoes off. Apparently you don't at the airport anymore either. So that's, yeah. So maybe, yeah, so save on your toe rings and just buy more jewelry for the waist up. Exactly. But pendants, earrings, rings, what else? Brooches. I always like to put those on a lapel for you. So yeah, all of that. That's all. You're always going to get a measurement. You're always going to get a nice look at them on. So last call, one of each, and then we've got 20 seconds left. I'm just going to borrow the white gold real quick just to show you the white gold as well, because I did have on the yellow gold. So let me just show you in case you are thinking about, Victor, who got the first white gold pair over there? Hold on, we'll find out. I know he's busy right now picking up a phone, so this doesn't look like we're done with that. Oh yeah, look at the white gold. There you go. So this is the white gold, which is usually how I suggest everybody go if you're not sure. I usually say, well, you know, we deal with such high, yeah. Okay, so the yellow gold just sold. We now have one left in the white gold only. So that's it, one left. Usually I say, you know, get the white gold because it's such a great way to show off our incredible quality of our diamonds is in the white gold. But again, one pair left in the white. So we'll go back to our wheel. I'll take the yellow gold away because those are now gone. Thank you so much. And then we've got just the one pair left, and we will put them back together and match them up. So that is very, very exciting. Oh, welcome. Well, I don't know your name yet, but we had a new register. Allison, do you remember a new register that you had yesterday that is shopping with us on, well, she's hanging out with us on YouTube, and she said, hey, oh, she's Melody. I'm not reading very well today. Usually I can talk and read at the same time, which is actually more complicated than it sounds, but I'm not reading very well today. So hi, Melody. Oh, nice, wonderful. I'm glad you're hanging out with us. I'm glad you registered. Now you're ready to shop, and that is wonderful. Well, we do have beautiful pieces, and you'll be very, the only thing I caution when you're a first-time buyer or shopper is that I do have to give full disclaimer and full warning that you will become addicted to TVON, and that's okay. We have a group. We have a, TVON Anonymous. So exactly. So don't, and mostly they just meet on Mondays and Tuesdays when we're not here. So, everyone gets a little respite, but, if you feel a little bit of the withdrawals from, TVON, that's how we all do. We all feel that way. We all need our jewelry. We're all just become kind of addicted to the great deals and the great values and the great quality. And of course, once you experience your first piece, oh my goodness, you will be hooked. You will be hooked. And we have one more pair of those white gold earrings if you would like. So one more pair only, then they will be bye-bye gone forever until, well, who knows when. I would love to say that they'll be here end of December. But again, regardless of when they show back up, it's a whole different metric for pricing, and that just means you don't just have I know you hear about gold and you think, well, what difference could the gold make? Well, in this case, quite a bit of difference given that there's so much gold, but also it's not just the gold that's gone up, it's diamonds too, and labor as well. So let's take one last look at the white gold. Last one we have, let's sell them out. Let's sell them out, then we won't have to review them later when everybody else joins in. So, oh, okay, now did she get the Tanzanite earrings because they're already sold? And I did try them on, so hopefully she saw those. But the Tanzanite earrings are sold, and they were on the ear as well. So yeah, I think we covered our bases there. I do have Mandarin garnet earrings still, and then we've got our hoops here, one left on the hoop. Okay, so let's get to, we've got about 19 minutes till the big designer piece comes up. I am so excited about this. Oranges and yeah, all these different, look at that. Ooh, look at that. I just still cannot get over that collection. That's what it is, a full collection of amazing, amazing diamonds, and every one of them fancy colors. All right, so our last pair of white gold, huh? We're leaving them? Do you want the last pair? No, we cannot move out the unbelievable. All right, well, one pair left in the white. Remember, we started with two. One is already gone. You have one left available, and they can go. They're all here made up. It's not like we're going to go sit down and cast the gold and set all those by. They're made up. They're ready to go. They can also go out tomorrow. So again, probably by Wednesday or Thursday of this week, you're wearing your hoops, and that is a very exciting proposition. Okay, so as we have 18 minutes to our top of the hour, which I know we're excited about, let's give a look at this one. There's that yellow diamond that's still here for $34.99. I have got a cornflower blue sapphire. Wowee, a September treat here. Doesn't mean you don't have anything to do with September to like a sapphire. I don't think a lot of people necessarily who adore sapphires are into like, oh, because I was born in September. I think a lot of us love them for a couple reasons. Well-known and durable. And also that is really, I'm gonna add something to the cornflower. It's got like an ultraviolet secondary as well. It's 112-9285. Last pair of hoops is here in the white gold only. So big congrats. If you got them, thank you to our two shoppers who did pick them up. One pair left in the white gold, and that will be it. So keep that in mind. And here we are with our cornflower blue with a little bit, and that is what a cornflower is. It should. A cornflower is not a royal blue. And there's a million shades of blue sapphires, but a cornflower is very specific. And of course, right on cue, Director Tony has The cornflower for which this stone is named, because it's a very specific, and as I show you the beauty and the brilliance and the brightness of this periwinkle, cornflower is really defined by a brighter, lighter blue with a secondary of lavender or periwinkle. You see that here. Look at this cornflower, and then you'll see, see, it's exact. And we're talking about the petals. I know you see more of that purple stamen there, but you've got the petals. Now look, wow, look at that. It's a 228, no less, in the designer decadent diamond bridge, 136 in diamonds as well. Finished on the inside. Look at that. Whew, that really does look like a cornflower come to life. Now, what the cornflower can't do, the literal cornflower, is it can't be sparkling, and it can't be transparent, and clean, and gemmy, and all the things that this stone is, set up high over diamonds. Look at this, 4 rows in diamonds, no less. 4 rows, that's all underneath, then you got 6 rows in total. So it is quite the piece, and in the white gold is how it stays. Another one we can just size and ship. That's kind of what we should call this now. It's size and ship. What does that remind me of? Like, I know there's a lot of like cute little, you know, all those different little sayings and phrases. This is size and ship, you know, easy to go. White gold, I think, is a great choice. Beautifully finished on the inside. Just got to size it and ship it. That's all we do. You'll have it on your hand in a matter of days, but it's not going to be the, ooh, I can't do $10,000. I know 228s are huge. We know how luxury any sapphire is that's over 2 carats in size, but this one going closer to 2 1/3, and it's going under 10,000. I mean, I'm not kidding, guys. The lowest price I'm able to do is $8,999 if I'm desperate. The good thing about what I do is that, well, I just get right down to rock bottom prices on every single debut day anyways. So you don't have to wait for sale. That's the difference. I know at $89.99 it could very well just kind of hang out and sit here for a few months, or who knows. And it may not be that piece that, you know, it's something you might have to think about, or, you know, jot down that item number and think about it, put it on hold, or think for a while and wait. And then you'll be emailing me saying, can you just give me a heads up when it gets discounted, whenever that is, when and if. And honestly, what I love to do here, and why I so respect, you know, when you can tune in with us live, obviously this is why we do live shows. It's not just for the fun of it. It's because these are very important. We have a hardcore group of real true jewelry lovers and collectors who understand how important it is to pick up pieces like this before they're going to somebody else, because that can be heartbreaking when a piece goes that you know you love, and you know the price is right, and you know that it should be yours. You have to pick up that phone and dial in early. Never hesitate, because the pieces like this is new. We don't see cornflower blue sapphires every day. We certainly don't have 228s. And now we're going to make this better than even 8 or 7 or 6. I am ready to move it, and we will do just that. It is for one caller. Stays in the white gold again. We'll size it for you. Nice wide finishing through the back. You may want to go up a half size on this one, just because you see how wide it is. It barely tapers at all. So I would recommend going up, like if you're a 7, just get a 7 1/4, 7 1/2, just depending on if you're a true size 7 or if that's always going to be a little bit on the snug side. Use your best judgment. You know your hands well, and we will do this for better than $6,000, better than $5,000, better than even, I'm going to go ahead and do it. Let's take it lower than $4,000 and make it $39.99 and send it on out. Now, Victor, were you shopping something, helping someone out over there, or was that from yesterday? William. Hi, William. What was William thinking? What's he thinking about? Perfect. Oh, they're already sold? Oh, I hate when that happens. I was just talking about that. That happens, right? It does. I know. This is what I do. It's sad, Victor. I have my fun here in the 3 hours, and then guess what? I have to field emails all day, every day, going, I'm sorry, that's sold. I'm sorry, that's sold. I'm sorry, that's sold. I'm sorry, that's sold. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's really, I know. I hate when that happens. But I hate to be the purveyor of bad news. But again, the 3 hours I get to be with you guys, I get to give good news. So $39.99 on that one. All right, let's move on, because we do have a couple more items here before our big top of the hour kicks off, and I do want to show you this this really stunning mint tourmaline. It is perfection. It's not too big, it's not too oversized, and some of our mint tourmalines lately have been on the much larger size. This is, look at that, oh wow. Now the band needs a little rhodium. It does. I'm not sure what they were trying to do there. I'm not sure, but it's just as simple as rhodium, no problem. That's done anyways when it's sized. So yeah, it's re-rhodiumed. But here we go with 112-9307. And it's too good to not share. I mean, it's just really about getting this exceptional stone. First of all, look at the cut. First, I'm a big collector of paraibas, so tourmalines are definitely a love of mine. And my most prized gem I have is a 10 karat paraiba. And it is just literally like this cut is so magical. This is how my 10 karat is cut. And it's very similar color as well. Mine's a little bit more blue. This is really why we call it mint tourmaline. It's got a little bit more green than it does blue to it, but it is outstanding. And we did an all 18 karat gold. Does have a nice big 2 karat 39, so it's still a good size, but this is that square cushion, which a lot of people might hear it and just think, square cushion, nothing extraordinary about it. When you see a really, really, really well cut square cushion, they can have brilliance like a diamond, like a brilliant cut in a diamond. When you get, you pair up the great clarity of the stone and you have the amazing cutting that's showing that off, and suddenly it's like, am I looking at a turquoise or a mint green diamond? Because is that not what it looks like? It's just as bright as can be. And there you see it. And a halo design now, that's not any halo. That's got the baguettes and the rounds together, 18 karat solid in the white gold only. And again, we'll add a little more of that. And then here's what it looks like from a distance away. And then I could see this paired up with a wonder ring, maybe on one side or both, if you wanted to add something a little extra to it one day. But I know how many of you have those. That's an interesting idea. So feel free to do that. And we'll take it lower than $49.99 because that's what I got to do today. We got to make sure, I mean, look at these values. There's a reason everything's going, and that's because these end of the week Sunday specials that I could not be more proud. And this is before that big top of the hour that I can't stop staring at too. But mint tourmaline first, had a matching pendant the other day, had a bigger ring the other day. Diamond weight on this one is 26 points. And I'll tell you right now, this is extraordinary. It's not 49, come on in. That's tourmaline beyond. Clarity, I cannot find a flaw. Do you guys see it? I don't find a flaw. I mean, on the band, yes, but not on the stone. That's the important part. The band and the rhodium, that's remediable. That's remediable? That's something we fix. But here's what we have. The beautiful look under 4,000. This is the one where I know they come out of that new find. We talk about that a lot. We don't want to say exactly where because, you know, we want to keep that safety of those miners protected so we can hopefully get more. And so we can hopefully, you know, obviously mining can be it can be a very dangerous venture. So there's always a safety issue with mining. And that's something that I don't think talk about enough, is that whether it was mined yesterday or whether it was mined years ago or decades ago, I mean, mining is sort of natural from the earth. It's not the easiest, easiest occupation to have. I mean, there's a lot of inherent danger with mining. So especially when it's a new stone, and it's a new find, and it's something really valuable, we see, you know, conflicts erupt, and we see, you know, honestly, a lot of times mines just shut down. We saw that with the amazing Afghan material we had and the pink diaspores, where they had to shut it down and cease mining just because they wanted to protect the people that were trying to get it for us. So, and that's always priority number one. So it really is one of those, you can't always bank on seeing more of. You got to strike when they're there. And that's, I mean, there have been so few of these mint tourmalines. That's really what I'd recommend if that works for you as far as the setting. I'm certainly making the price right. And it's 18 karat gold, and we'll do it for $1,999. That is it. Now, if you want a true paraiba that actually has confirmed copper bearing, we have one in a smaller size. So I'll flash it because it's a similar, look at this. This is a little more, look at that, intense green blue, and that's going to be our 70 pointer. That's also 18 karat gold, but look, it's got a few diamonds. They're on the side profile of the mounting. So that's our small, now that's paraiba, but just wanted to show you how they definitely are. They look related, don't they? Certainly have a similarity in their color. So that one, again, not known to be copper. There hasn't been the testing done yet. So it's not really solidified one way or the other. So that's key to remember. Now, $19.99 on that one. We also have some beautiful morganite earrings. We are going to see that last of the tennis bracelets. So just like our earrings, last call on the hoop earrings, we have a last call on some gorgeous tennis bracelets, but only one in white and one in rose. So that will be coming up as well. It's about a 3-carater opportunity for you, and then more on the way. Now, if you would like, let's just show it. Here's the paraiba. So this one is copper bearing, 100% for sure. It's also 18 karat gold. It's 1129.025. And, well, we're awfully excited about this 70 pointer and set like a solitaire, but solitaire usually implies no diamonds. This is exciting because, well, it's got diamonds on the side, 7 points of them. So from all your profile angles, you're going to see diamonds go all the way around where basically the base of the stone. And so it sits right there, and then you see a little bit of almost like what looks like a shadow halo from the front. because you pick up a little bit of that gold that's sitting at the base of the stone. So really well set, still get a lot of light coming at that neon stone, and we'll do that one for, you know what, $1,111 bucks. 1111, that's the number one. That is certainly an affordable price tag on a confirmed copper bearing paraiba. So 70 points in size, solitaire setting, and 18 karat gold, no less. All of that happening right here and right now. And let's see, the trillion, I don't know, let's see. I'm not sure I know. Deb, I'm not sure which pink sapphire, if you can give me a little bit of guidance. Deb O, I'm not sure which pink sapphire. Was it yesterday or was it, I'm not remembering anything like that. So 1 carat sapphire round with a trillion on each side, and I do not remember anything like that. So if you could definitely give us a call, and maybe we can figure that out, because I'm not thinking of any pink sapphires with trillion cuts on the side. So we'd have to, unless she just wants me to make something. That's going to be tough. But we don't do a lot of pink sapphires. But I did have one in platinum the other day in a band. It was yesterday. It was a great pear shape, so I could always show that. But let's make sure we get this opal up here before the top of the hour. So again, Deb, guide me if it's something you want me to make for you or something you've seen on the show. And we can work on that for you. But here's our opal. Look at that. Now, this is where no light's going to help us. Still going to be in a setting that, and I mean a setting as in like the ambient light setting, that's still a little bit probably more light than your typical day-to-day, but it is 112-7509, and it is looking fierce. Every color and really bold. It's going to be platinum in the setting, carat 66 on the size of the opal. It's Australian, lightning ridge opal, and then you also have diamonds. Oh, do you have diamonds? It looks like a little bow tie on the sides. You start with the halo, then you add that little feminine frilly bow tie on either side. Looks great, doesn't it? So another one only, so it stays in platinum. It can go out right away, no problem. Like, how about tomorrow? Does that work? I mean, we can't ship on Sundays, but we could ship tomorrow. We can do it all day. So this is where, again, and it's a great day. Shipping is really, it's a big day on Monday because there's no show, right? So it's a big shipping day. And so here's where we get to have a ton of fun with this opal. And notice that there are bezel sets as well. I mean, it's a bezel set round on either side, and that's setting as kind of like your knot of your bow. If you look at it as a north-south set bow design with the baguettes, huge blowout on this one. I know it's been on the air a couple of times, started at $4,999, coming down from there. We're just a few now, 4 minutes away from that top of the hour, so don't go anywhere. And here's what the opal looks like on the hand. Oh, wow. Look at that, even more color happening all the way through. Reds, yellows, blues, greens, oranges, and purples. It's all there. Rare to get. Most of our Australian lightning ridge are going to have blues and greens, and that's where they stop. This one's got every color, and wait till you see it at home. That's what I love about opals. If they look good on TV, it's actually going to look, as a lot of the jewelry does, it's going to look so much better when you see it at home in person. So let's make it better than even 49, 39, 29, or 19. Jason's already got his eye on it, it looks like. That's a good call. Dialing in early is such a fabulous way to go. You definitely always, you can never be too soon, you can never be too early here. You can never be too early on the phone lines, never, because the pieces do go, especially when, have you seen what I'm doing to discount all these prices here today? So we've got 2 hours left. This is not going to be even $19.99. We just kept dropping and dropping and dropping, and I know an opal like that deserves a lot more money. It's not going to get it because we got to move jewelry too, so this is where we're at a crossroads here. We're going to do discounts for you, send every single piece out, and you're not going to pay even 19. 18, 17, 16, 15, and there's 57 points in diamonds, and there are baguettes and rounds, and that is seriously one of the most colorful opals we have seen on the air. And I got a lot of opals that are colorful like this, but they're 20 grand or more, and I don't usually show those because those are the pieces that are quite intimidating. And this is all natural. Look at that. There's the color. So they never polished the backside unless you're going to like actually rotate it in the mounting. There's no point in polishing the backside, but you can see all the colors coming through plain as day. Just they look a little more mattified because they don't polish the inside. So it's a natural through and through opal. That's what we do here. And I will make this better than $14.99. Just say sold. I'll keep getting you a better deal, and we'll make it $1,399 only, and that will be that. So a quick opal deal for those of you that are looking for everything in the opal. You don't want to compromise one bit. Not at all, and you don't need to. Thank goodness for that. You don't need to compromise. We still have our butterfly necklaces, the citrine for $9.99, the mint tourmaline, the beautiful heart-shaped yellow, It is just, you name it, you got it day, 166, but looks far larger. That's going to look like 3 carats or more. This opal is gone. Thank you so much. And we're in the last minute or two. This one, let me see. This one needs to be reset, or if I can show it. This is the Kunzite. Wowza. Okay, well, you know what? Deb was just asking for something pink with trillions. I would say if you can at all think about Kunzite, that's a really good one, because I don't have any big pink sapphires, but I will have this fabulous 979 Asher cut. We got it in about 90 seconds to do this, so it's brand new right now. And we can iris up a bit here just because we had the opal. Yeah. Let me check. That was I think about a 6, but let me just check it out. It's what it felt like, and it is a 6.5. 6.5 on that ring size on the opal. The opal is gone. Now we talk about 1129290, which is our one and only in the Kunzite. Now this is an Asher, so it's not an emerald cut. It may look like it, and it is similar, but it's square with those step facets. So it is an Asher cut, and it looks fabulous. And oh, it's like it's made for me here. 9290. I love a trillion diamonds. So we've got trillions on the side to accentuate the squared off shape of that ultra, ultra, ultra neon. So this is our 979 with 27 points in the diamond, so almost 15 points on each, and just the one here. So we can do our very, very best here and make this a really special opportunity for one caller. Better try it on before we get to our top of the hour. Yikes, this one's gonna go in a hurry, and I'll make sure it does go, because I know we're very excited about that fancy and fabulous diamond ring with all those exotic colors we don't usually see. But this is the Kunzite, slated to go out at $69.99. Skip it. We'll make it just disappear. I'll give that away instead of $7,000. I'm gonna make this one, and stays in white gold, so another one that just is a size and ship. Size and ship, that's it. Size it, ship it. That's all we got to do. White gold is how it is. Look, it's looking beautiful in that white gold. How about we take it even lower? 69. Nah, that's never going to do it. It's never going to work. I will make this the value on all, and you know, if it's 10 carats, I know it seems like a larger size, but I always say this, and it's true, the square cuts are a nice way to manage a bigger size. So if you're a little intimidated by the fact that it is such a large size, don't be, because when it's a square and you've got all that carat weight distributed in a square shape or a round shape or a square cushion or an Asher, it really distributes the carat weight evenly across the hand, so it's quite easy to wear. So you got that going on too. And it's going to be only $1,999. That's it. $19.99 gets the Kunzite a home. That's the hope. And then we are at the top of the hour. So a fabulous welcome in to a big Sunday morning out here, afternoon maybe where you are. So glad you're with us either way. A very special opportunity is coming up that I cannot wait to share with you, because it's hard to say this around here at this point when you've been doing this so long, and when you've been in one place with one company for nearly 9 years. And we're getting real close to that anniversary, and excited. I will tell you, this is tough to do, to bring you something that we have not seen before. It really is. I mean, it's just, we innovate, we bring new every day. Some days I'll have 5 new pieces, some days I'll have 50 new pieces. It just depends on the day. It just depends. But I can't stand up here very often and say, here's something we have not had. Yellow diamonds, yes, we've had. I've had an orange diamond, or 4. I've had 4 of them, 4 in 9 years. But what we're going to see today is a collection. It's a collection. Yes, it's a piece of jewelry. Yes, it's a beautiful ring you're going to wear, but it is truly a collection of diamonds. And I'm so anxious to show it to you, because it really is an exciting moment for collectors, because what we did was we could have just said, here's one stone. Let's put it in a solitaire. We usually do that. I had it the other day with a blue diamond. The blue diamond was a little on the light side, as they tend to be, but there was a 10-point blue diamond. We set it up by itself. I've had purple diamonds, pink diamonds, yellow diamonds. They're all the time, one stone. What we did here is so exciting, because instead of using one big stone, we put a lot of them together, and it ends up giving you a little bit of a melange, if you will, of different colors, and yet all natural. Because outside of our black diamonds that we bring, everything else we have, yellows, pinks, fawns, champagnes, you name it, blue, greens, chameleons, and everything else, they're natural from the earth color. They get no treatment whatsoever, so the color they are on the ring, on the wheel, however you see them, that's the color they were derived out of the earth. And that's where you know you're getting, let's face it, there's no higher end collectible stone out there than a diamond of an exotic fancy color. all fancy colors are rare. Certain colors we know are more rare than others. I get this request weekly, no doubt without fail. Everyone's saying, do you have any orange diamonds? This is really kind of like, it's open for interpretation a bit because every diamond is a tad bit different, but there are bigger stones of different shapes put together in what feels like this beautiful medallion, almost as if they're puzzle pieced together in a way. And then we gave it this kind of continuity and this beautiful detail by wrapping it in yellow diamonds, okay? So we're gonna take a look here at what I've got, and I'm so excited for this. This is just really, really a thrill. It's 1129298, and just by flashing this ring the last couple of days, briefly, it's been really discussed and talked about quite a bit, and I know we're all looking forward to it. So now we get to talk about 9298, and just in your, let's call them center stones. Usually there's one center stone. Here, you're gonna get 7 different shapes, slightly different sizes. Obviously, each carat weight's gonna be a little bit different, and all slightly different colors, but they're really all in that orangey cognac family. So I wouldn't say they're brown. They don't look brown at all, but you know, orange has a lot of different colors as well. So I think it's accurate to call them orangey cognacs because some have a little bit of, you see the bright yellow flashes. Some have, as it moves, you're gonna see red flashes. You're gonna see the entire halo done in the yellow diamond pave. It's 1129298, and listen to this, you're getting a 101 carat weight on just the center stones. So let's just kind of put it in perspective here. On an average, that means that they're about 14.5 points apiece. Then you have the additional yellow diamonds, perfectly consistent, perfectly matched, and bright as can be. The yellow diamonds around it, 15 points. And talk about rare. So again, when we usually see, you know what happens when we usually see a diamond of really, really rare color, it's one stone. Usually it can be like the purple diamond I had the other day was an 8-pointer. We had a pink diamond the other day, it was a 15-pointer. They are usually right around this size, and there's one. There are 7 here. 7 together. This is what I'd like you to do. Come on in. If you know who you are, if you've already been thinking about it now, for those of you seeing it for the first time, you're anxious to probably see it on the hand again and check out what that looks like. See those different tones, and it is like it's morphing or moving, or like the colors are dancing in every single light source. Every time I get a different look at it, it looks like different colors, doesn't it? It's sometimes more yellow, sometimes a little more red, sometimes a little more orange. Really, the orange is really the core color here, which is why we're leading with that descriptor. But a carat 16 overall in solid yellow gold. By the way, it's only yellow gold. This is it, only yellow gold. And we are going to make sure that, I know this is like scary time, because if you know diamonds and you know the exotic colors, you're probably thinking exactly what I did. That looks like one of the priciest pieces I've ever seen at TVON. It probably should be. Jason's already got someone thinking about it. I'm so glad you are. I really do want to encourage you to dial in. We've been talking about this in the first hour, often how important that is to do. Call in early, be ready to go, tell your operator what you need. But I just, when it comes to collectibles, and this is that, I wish, wish there were 100 of them. Obviously there aren't. But to get a carat 16 in everything, remember, no white diamonds at all. It's very rare to not see white diamonds added in. That's not a total carat weight with some white diamonds thrown in. Every single stone, so exotic. And the big ones, especially. They're the more exotic. By the way, if you're actually looking at the color diamond grading chart, the oranges are going to be far more rare than even yellows, because I know we see yellows pretty consistently, but again, I've had 4 orange diamonds that I can recall in 9 years here. So on average, about 1 per every 2 years. That's not a big ratio, and that's not because we don't want to bring them. That's because that's how rare they are. So I think that gives you a good indicator of how rare anything in that color scheme is, especially out of the ground. It's one thing if you're just saying take a diamond and treat it. We're not doing that. We don't do that. So this is the ring you need to have. And again, the opportunity is very limited here. So all we can do is give you the greatest value, because it should be all day, $7,999, but it will not be. This is remarkable. It really is. And all you need to do, it's the top of the hour for a reason. It's a highlight of ours. We're thrilled. It took literally years to compile the stones to put this together, and yet it's not going to be 79 or 69. I have it as a special for a reason, because I really want to do something dramatic. As I said before at the top of the hour, it's tough to give you something you've not seen before. Even if I do a hoop earring, it's a different iteration. It's a new style of this. It's a new variation. To bring something completely new that you can wear I hope you will wear it every day. Diamonds are tough as nails, so they're even tougher. So you don't have to worry about like a special occasion or wearing it once every so often. Just live in it. This would be a beautiful, I love that it's a medium style medallion. It could be a great right hand ring. You can put this really, I would say ring finger, middle, or index is probably what this is best suited for as far as the size. Look at this mirror finishing and look at how much gold. And then you've got the way it's finished on the back. And this is no little 2mm band in the back. We went extra, really wider through the back and all the way around that band. Because why? For fun? Because gold went free for some? No, that's not why. Because this big a mounting, this big a medallion style deserves a wider band. It deserves some extra foundation. I talk about this all the time. You would not build a gorgeous home on a less than perfect foundation. Because obviously, no matter what you put or how high end the materials, if your home is going to fall down the hill, because it's not, I live in the hills, so I know about this, and if you don't have a strong support system and foundation, what good is it building the house of your dreams? You have to have, and it's like the more high end it is, the better you want to make sure that that is a rock solid foundation, and this is exactly that. This is exactly that. Big wide band all the way around, medallion that really does fill up the finger from side to side, and it will not be $69, $59, $49, or $39.99. I'd love to auction it, but you know what? We'd probably get too much money. True story. If you know the first thing about diamonds or colors of diamonds, we're going to get too much money. You know it. You know it's rare. You know it's special. Come on in on the phone lines. We will do better than even $2,999. And we could start there, and I have a feeling we'd have a lot of exciting bidders, a lot of excitement, and a lot of buildup. This is not going to be even $2,999. This is better. And this is one that I don't usually talk about investments with jewelry, even though, yes, jewelry only goes up, especially the natural fine jewelry. It only goes up in value, so as you wear it and love it, you've got some at the end of the day is worth more than what you paid when if you ever decide to go sell it, or if maybe even, down the line, someone decide. Point is, you're getting into luxury that is going up by the moment, because with the world of diamonds that are colors of diamonds, they argyle my mind out over 2 years ago. The other mines that are producing, there are other mines that produce colored diamonds, but they're really, really low quality. They're not giving us great colors. They're not giving us really nice clarity. They're mostly Africana material, as opposed to the Argyle mine, which was Australian. And for whatever reason, that area of the world, that continent, tended to have better elements that made for better colored diamonds. And we're just not seeing that from any of the current diamond sources. So talk about scarce and getting more scarce by the day. I can't think of anything that would be a better example of scarcity than this ring, and it will not be even $1,999. This should be probably the moment when everybody says, wasn't expecting that on an $8,000 ring. That's why you want to come on in, because it's not going to be even $19.99. And this is why. And remember, you have a money back guarantee. And remember that we are only doing yellow gold, but we are actually sizing for you. So keep that in mind. And you've got a better than 19, better than 18, better than 17. If this doesn't do it, what will? There is such an importance to this ring. And the 7 stones that are all, if they're on average, I got to take an average, they're about 14 and a half, almost 15 points apiece. You could get one, and I would never. How many times have you watched me auction a pink diamond? I had recently 15-point pink diamond sold for $4,000. I had a yellow, remember the yellow diamond? What about the blue diamond? Don't even get me started. The blue diamond that I didn't even show you because it didn't have enough color for me. The blue diamond was a 13-pointer. It was over $10,000. 13 points. Every stone in this ring should be about that size or more. And look at the fancy cuts, pear shapes, ovals, cushions. And are those heart shapes? No. Is that a heart shape in the middle? I can't tell if there's a cleft or not. Can you guys tell? It's like a little miniature pear, but I cannot tell. No cleft. Okay, so no heart shape. Just for a minute, are you guys seeing that too? I saw a heart shape here and here for a moment, but I think that I'm just seeing the angle. It looks like a cleft. It's not. They're pear shapes. But ovals, pear shapes, and of course the cushion cuts. And they are, you know what? It's not even going to be 17. I'm just thinking about taking $17.99 and dividing it by 7, because that would mean that if you're just buying the loose stones, that'd be like $250 a stone. And I've sold enough loose stones and diamonds where I know, especially today, you're not getting those stones for $250 a piece. There is no way. And yet, this is all together, set together in a ring of solid 14 karat gold where there is over $2,000 in gold. So how does that square? And then you have, just to really finish it, just to really give it that extra, a yellow diamond pave halo of bright yellows. It really needed to be bright yellows to coordinate with the saturated and rich colors of these cognac orange. And it's not $17.77 or $16.99. Come on in. You can try it and you will love it. And you're going to still be, I think, for however long that you get to enjoy this, hopefully every single day, I think you're going to think back to this day and go, I still don't know how I got that for that price. I still don't know. And if you want to run to the appraiser, do it. I would be very excited to see what that's going to appraise for. I mean, go, do it, get it appraised. It's not 16. I got to go even lower. Let's do it. I mean, this is unheard of. You could not build it, compile it. I don't think you could even sketch it or think about it for this price. If you are building it yourself in your own home and it's all done for you and we're not even doing $1,599. You try it. It's a carat 16 in diamonds. Every single one of them is a natural exotic color. And it's in a lot of gold, and we're going to blow it out for $1,499. So that being the top of the hour, the ultimate top of the hour is a do not go like that. Just go to the lines, go to the phone lines, and get it done because that is outstanding. And look at it again on the hand here, yellow gold only. All you have to do is choose your ring size, and yes, you have to decide. Okay, so do you want that? Do you want that on the ring finger, the middle finger, or the index finger? And those are not your only options, but certainly I think appropriate. So pinky ring, I think it's going to be a little large. Thumb ring, I don't know. I think one of these three fingers on the hand where we will have it sized and ready to go for you. So arriving at home, ready to wear, and rip open that box and start enjoying. Look at those orange diamonds. I mean, they are really, I mean, truly, everybody else would just call them orange. I'm giving you a little, I'm always conservative with, everything like that. I'm always conservative with the way, and let's just recalculate some math here. Because low went extra low here. I mean, right? Are we appreciating that or no? I mean, just on the center stones, that's like $200 a stone if I'm not talking about anything for the gold or anything for the yellows. How does that happen? So we'll give it 60 seconds, and then we'll be done with that, and then we're going to move along. We've only got an hour and 45 minutes left on our Sunday. So again, get requests in. Tell us what you'd like to see. If there's something we can bring up from the vault or inventory, I'd love to do it today. Love to do it. So all you need to do is just call. That's all you got to do. All right, so 60 seconds left. That's $200 for each of those stones. And then what? Nothing for the gold. There's $2,000 worth of gold. There's about $500 worth of yellow diamonds. I mean, what have we done? What is going on? It's just that's top of the hour for you. This is why, even if you can't, listen, 3 hours is a lot. That's a lot to commit to. I commit to sporting events. And I will not arrive late to a sporting event, and I will never, ever, ever leave one early. I never will. So I'm going to tell you, usually most of the sporting events I go to, they're not even 3 hours. So I know a 3 hour show is a lot to commit to. So if you do nothing else, and you can't be with me 3 hours, start to finish, every Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday mornings, then see top of the hours. Do me a favor and never miss a top of the hour, because there's always going to be something special. And I don't know how it gets any more special than what you're seeing right there, right now. So $14.99. Okay, so we got to move along here. And we have Mandarin garnet studs still to show you. I did decide to bring out a very large Tanzanite as well. So there's a very special Tanzanite pendant. It's about 19 carats. I was feeling the love today for the paraiba. So we have a purple paraiba in a heart shape as well. Very collectible. It's 11 carats 14 as well. So I'll just give it a quick little flash on my hand. Yes. The carat 66 opal? Sure. Is that the color that got it? Because it is sold, I believe. At least last I heard it was. Okay, never mind. So sorry if I just showed your ring. We just had a request about it. Thought it was the person who got it, but it's not, so never mind, it's sold. All I have left, pretty much from the first hour, I've got a pair of hoops. What else do I have? What else? Couple pieces. Paraiba, a little paraiba solitaire. Oh, the heart-shaped yellow, which we'll get a home for today before we go. Also, the heart-shaped purple paraiba is coming up. I've got to show you that. And, okay, go ahead, Victor. I'm ready. Really? Hi, Kathy. Wonderful. You should have talked football with her. She's a big Bills fan, you know? Yeah, see, I know you guys are TVON family. I know if you have an affiliation with a sports team, I know it. I know it. I know Reese is a Jets fan. Kathy's a Bills fan. Yeah. Who else do I know about? I could go on and on. We won't play trivia with that. But yes, being that it's the day it is, we'll just give it a little shout. Take a look. And I don't know where our West Coasters are at. Victor, you got the West Coast covered. We've got it covered, I guess. Here we go. Me too. I mean, you know I'm a Vegas girl, even though I've never lived there. But wherever mom is, that's your hometown, right? It's true. I may not have lived there ever, but it's my hometown. Wherever mom is, that's where home is. So mom lives in Vegas, Raiders fan. All right, so here we go. That's going to be our heart shape right there. That's my purple paraiba. It's 1114 is the size of that one. So want a closer look at it? Because could it be possible that an 1114 copper-bearing stone is clean? Well, not in the real world, but here, yeah, it can. Around these parts, it's not like I'm going to be like doing like an old West film. Around these parts. Okay, don't even, I don't think my Southern accent, I didn't spend enough time around the Southerners to have the accent down. But here it is in the purple paraiba. It is 8566. And what's not to love about this 1114, and I can get you a price you'll love too, on this collectible. So it is highly, highly recommended. That's our 1114 heart shape, 55 points in the diamonds, looking good. Just in case there's a collector that wants a true purple, biggest size we have, 55 points in the diamonds as well. That's the perfect halo. We didn't get too fancy with it, but the cutting is fancy, so we just said, let's show that off. Let's just highlight that. So we got it going on here. And the white gold, so it can be sized and shipped. My new favorite phrase, size and ship, and then on its way. Well, let's see, what happens after it sizes and ships, and then what happens when you get it at home? Is it, oh gosh, I don't know. What would be the right onomatopoeia to describe? But it has to alliterate, it has to be an S. So I've thought of something, but I don't think it's appropriate to say on TV, so we'll leave that alone. Size and ship, and then, you know, just shout for joy, I guess. Shout for joy. It's that kind of thing. It's a 55-point diamond weight. We'll blow it out right now, under $50,000. And yeah, they're collectibles. That should be sitting in a museum exhibit right now. Instead, it's going out to one of you because it's only $99.99 for a heart-shaped purple paraiba and very clean. Is it flawless? Well, I don't think you're going to see too many copper-bearing tourmalines or any tourmalines for that matter that are flawless, but you have a really, really good, for 11 carats 14, and the fact we're zoomed in as tight as we are and you're seeing clarity like that, that's impressive. Don't forget, we have a couple tennis bracelets we're going to blow out of here. We do have a very special round Tanzanite, one of our bigger sizes, a 7 carat, and the cornflower blue is still here too, which is a bit shocking, is our cornflower blue. Now listen, I had a couple of you who missed out on the opal. The opal was a carat 66. If you don't mind, just in case this works, and who knows, maybe the right color is out there for this one today, but I happen to have, because I know what we loved about the last one, and why so many people missed out, it's because it had all the color in the world. Well, this is almost like dialed up. It's all the colors still, but it's almost more primary and neons than it is pastels. And it's item number 1126061. Now this will also be platinum. We are going bigger here. Definitely a bigger look. 2 carats 34 is the size. Then you have, oh, pretty halo. Very decadent, very designer. Baguettes and rounds together, all wrapping around it. Really, really well done. And a $79.99 should be priced. We're going to take it a lot lower. Felt like that's what we kind of need to do here, especially if you were one of those. There have been several of you calling asking about the carat 66 that is already sold. So I thought, well, found one here that is really similar and giving all the colors, also a big size, going to look even bigger certainly than it weighs. That's what opals always do because they have that great less dense. It's just a less dense stone than most. So even if it was, think about if it was like a normal standard density, like a lot of stones kind of hang out in the same density region, and then you basically have kind of the outliers. The outliers would be, less dense would be emerald and opals. They're a lot less dense, so they give you a bigger look. And then really the one that I think of is really, if you talk about a stone that is more dense than most, it's a zircon. A zircon will sometimes therefore look smaller than it weighs. So you could have an 8 carat, it looks more like a 6. So again, but everything else then generally kind of aligns with similar densities and specific gravities. So this is where you have always a big look here, 234, and then wait till you see it on the hand. And then let's try to blow it out so we can make sure that anybody who missed out on that previous opal, that's just one more time. I mean, look at that. Look at the inside. Some really nice details in the platinum. How about that? That's double-sided. Yeah, natural through and through. Everyone says prove it. Well, there you go. There is how we prove it. And even polished in the back, it sure looks like it. I mean, come on. great color even through the side profile. So all that metal is platinum. It stays in the platinum, so another size and ship scenario. And then there it is. Great colors from a distance away as well. Blowout time is here. $79.99 comes crashing down. We get to make this even better right now. It is just, I tell you, make this simple and easy. $2,999. It is special. And one only, 60 seconds, maybe 30 actually would probably do it there. And then Mandarin earrings and the cornflower blue in the bridge. And don't forget, we've got tennis bracelets as well, a rose and a white. And we're going to bring you a nice little assortment of, I like always, variety is very important to me. I love variety. I like variety in a lot of things. I mean, I really do. And I love variety in jewelry when we can bring you discounts. Sometimes fun to have a themed wheel or a discount or a blowout. Then we get to do this, where we have these really important, really cool rings that are just last call. I want to put them all on a wheel and just have a blast getting them out the door. So that's going to be $29.99 for that opal. And let me know if you have any requests whatsoever, because we're here to serve you. Of course, we are just ready to find out what you're looking for, what you want to shop the great values on tonight or today. Look at this. That is I love the curved link, you know. There's our pink zircon. That's a pinky red, really. It's like a deep, beautiful burgundy fuchsia. Then we have also this really good, look at that turquoise. That turquoise round with that little bit of that twisting, turning style mounting. Here is, oh yeah, a bridge, a highway together. Well, I see a lot of bridges on our highways because I have to travel about 6 highways to get here. So there's oftentimes a lot of interchanges and highways and on-ramps and off-ramps, and half of them are always closed or blocked off or whatever. So it kind of like, this is the real organized glam way to do the highway meets the bridge. Because actually it's a highway, but doesn't get all wild and chaotic. It's all just really sitting within kind of a band style. And then I got to show you, last but not least, this is our color change phenomenon. Here's the diaspora. If that mounting does not look as designer as can be, then I don't know if we're all looking at the same jewelry out there in what's happening in really high-end boutiques. But that, between the wider band that's all ribbed, these almost like scrolls. It's like a scroll of pave on either side with those little notched beaded details. I mean, it's a different kind of wheel in that it's a mix and match, but everything is special. And everything is rare. And everything is one of a kind. So now we just got to find a way to get them a price tag you love. That's all we can do. It's all I can do. It's all I will do. And it's all I do is just make sure we get you the best price possible on everything. That's all we can do. We're the place for values. Nobody's going to touch us in values. We all know that. And now we have something for you to take advantage of. Remember, these one of a kinds. They all stay as is too, by the way. So another, you know it, say it with me, size and ship. We're going to get them right out to you. But please dial in early. Actually, that's not true. We can change the gold color on 2 of them. So good news there. It was the platinum I was looking at. We can't change the platinum. Platinum's platinum. We can't change that. There's no other metal of platinum. Like there's no other color. You can't do yellow platinum. There's no rose platinum. Platinum's platinum. So platinum's a white metal. And then you actually do get the chance to change either 2 of them. We can do the pink zircon in a change of gold color. I wouldn't. Or we can do the diaspora in a change of gold color. Again, our experts, these are not put together willy-nilly. They're really thought out. There's usually a reason behind why they're set the way they are. So I don't think you need to probably question it too much unless you're just saying, I don't do a gold color. That's otherwise kind of take the designer's inclination here and go with it. But so again, just to reiterate, this one can be changed. We can do that little curved link in yellow or rose if you prefer. And this one, the diaspora, can be changed in either yellow, white, or rose. Seriously, that stone is one of our best, and it's an Asher cut. It's showing off the kiwi greens and the reds and the purples and everything. And we don't have a caller. And I know because we look at these pieces and go, yep, $49.99. Bye. Let me move on. Don't do that. It's not time to move on because they're so not $49.99. I know they all glam. You see it up there. I mean, if Tony's calling them glam, they're glam. They're glam. They're over the top. And to get that round turquoise, you don't see too many turquoise that are solid all the way through. All of our turquoise are. It's like our opals, right? Natural through and through. This is a turquoise, not stabilized, not powders that's glued together. There's a lot of weird things happening with turquoise because not a lot of people have the big stones to work with. And then they have all the matrix. So that kind of creates a different vibe. And so if you want that premium robin's egg blue, traditional pure color, well, usually you're then obviously paying a fortune for the real deal Sleeping Beauty, or you're getting that stabilized version that's out there everywhere else. You don't have to do that. You don't have to pay a fortune for the real thing, and you don't have to go stabilized. You get all the best here, and this is how we do it. Better value than $49.99. Watch this. Huge opportunity. Again, this one stays in the white gold, and this one stays in the platinum. That is our Sapphire garnet. It's under a carat, but just barely, 91 points. We got our 330 Sleeping Beauty here with diamonds. Then we've got the 339. That's a big stone, and 259 on the diaspora, out of one source in the world, and no callers yet, which means I really got to do something special with this price tag. Because if they're still here and there's nobody who's even taken the advice and called in because they actually want to be there ready to go on one of a kinds, then I don't know. It just means you don't love them, and I don't think that's possible. Don't think that's possible. There's got to be something up there that's going to sit well with you, especially if I give you a better than cost. BTC. It's the BTCP. It's the better than cost price. And that's the other thing that I do, that I have a little acronym I use, where sometimes you got to really, really blow out the jewelry. That's exactly what's happening today. Please don't wait, because once this price gets up here, no one of them is going to stick around. And diamonds on all four options, just like we like it. VS diamonds, without fail. You get the best of the best. They're not even $49, $39, $29, or $19.99. Some of the rarest. Best of turquoise in the world, happens to come from Arizona. You've got a pink zircon. Oh, that's one source too, out of Ceylon. It was a new mine in 2020. So that is a mine that is younger than you and me both, okay? 2020 was when that pink zircon material was discovered. It's already mined out. Then we have the Savarite. Well, you know the deal with Savarite. Kenya only, also more or less mined out. And then diaspora, same thing. So fleeting, one source. So two of the stones up there, well, really three of them are one source. Then you go to the turquoise, where there's sources all over the world, but there's only one best. So every single, like I said, they're special, they're glam, they're really, really enjoyable rings, all with a lot of gold or platinum, and they're not even going to be $1,500 a piece. That is why you want to dial in early. They're not $15, they're not $14, they're not $13.99. What's happening, Jason? They didn't want to stay on the phone lines while it's, oh my gosh, well, let's try it on and see who's got it. There's the pink zircon everyone's talking about. Front row, front center, beautiful cushion cut square. Remember, that's the 339. That's actually the largest stone. It's got the turquoise beat by a couple of points, and it's not 19. I said we'd go 15. I think I'm going to go lower. I started to talk about 14 or 13 or 12, but I think we got to go lower than that. Giveaway time is here. Maybe we need to change it to the glam giveaway. Like a swag bag. See, glam giveaway makes me think like I'm at a suite at a ball game, and they're like, oh, hey, here, you know, you're in the public eye. Let's give you a bag of like this really high-end makeup that would cost like more than that if just to have the 5 pieces. Has anybody shot makeup lately? It's like, oh yeah, $100 for a palette, $45 for a lipstick, a powder $69. I'm going, whoa. I mean, it's crazy. But that's the thing. We've got the glam here that's forever. Forever, and you can skip the makeup and just wear your rings, right? Skip it. Wear the rings. That is the glamour you need every single day, and always perfection, and not going to be 12 or 11 or $10.99. I tell you, we got to move some jewelry today. We're going to find a way, and thank you for being here. It means the world to us that you're hanging out with me today. Lots going on. Really nice to have you. Let's make sure this goes out. Every one of them, $999 a piece, whichever you like. That's all we got to do, and we'll give them 60 seconds at that price. And whatever you want to see here, pink zircon, turquoise round. The Savarite is wedged within this bridge of a highway because you got the crisscross of the VS pave. You've got the diamond or the platinum underneath it that runs in a crisscross separately, sets under the stone. The diaspora, I'll tell you, maybe that diaspora needs to be up there all by its lonesome. And it should not be too lonesome for too long, because it's a rock star, one of a kind, really valuable piece that we are, our representatives are on a plane back from Hong Kong as we speak. One of the big headlines from the Hong Kong Jewelry Trade Show that is quarterly, that just wrapped, is literally about the diasporas. It's the fancy color diamonds and the color changing diasporas. Yes. Oh, that is the diaspora. Yeah, that's it. That's the color change diaspora we were just talking about. Would you like to buy it in wholesale for $4,800 a carat? $4,800 a carat, when I've got a stone here that is a $259, so that could be 10,000 bucks or more in wholesale, and you end up with a stone in a box. Otherwise, you can get it here for under $1,000, and I'm not just giving you a stone. We're giving you a designer mounting in the solid yellow gold, but you can change it. Remember, this is one of those that you can change, and then those scrolls of pave are lining up right next to the side. I cannot believe what I just did, and I went too low, and I'm sorry. So I apologize to TVON for going too low, but oh well, I'm going to move some jewelry today. I've got like an hour and a half with you. I've got literally 88 minutes left to go in our week, and I got to move like 8,000 pieces of jewelry. So, you know, it's going to be one of those days where if you do stay with me for the next few minutes, it's going to be wild. You're going to see drops in price. You're going to see discounts you've never seen, and you're going to be happy you were here and happy that we're shopping this sale event right now. That's like just my impromptu Sunday sale. We'll call it the last day of summer sale. Oh, that's what this is. Okay, that's how I'm going to pass it off when management comes screaming at me tomorrow. What the heck happened to your Sunday show? I don't know. Last day of summer sale, and they're going to go, we ended the summer sale a long time ago. No, this is the official last day of summer, and I'm rolling with sale prices. Take everything I got, because these are the values you need to get in on. Please don't wait, because if you think they're going to stick around, the good stuff goes. That's what I always tell you, and it's so true. Let's take a look at them. Yeah, which one are you getting there? Are you getting the diaspora? So we've got a couple people verifying on the diaspora. We've got the turquoise verifying as well. Let's try that on. Here comes the turquoise. The turquoise in the round. Look at this. There's the round, and it's set up almost squared off because, yeah, which one? Okay, the diaspora is it's very pretty, isn't it? And look at the wide band, all mirror finished, but ribbed 4 times over. So it's like you have 4 bands together, but it's all one, all ribbed, very nicely done. A lot of gold, takes a lot of gold to do that. And then that pave will literally wrap around the side. So think of it like you would see a spire in architecture, something like an amazing, just rolled in diamonds, total pave. How about that big turquoise? There's the turquoise that's so amazing, 330 there, 10 points in diamonds. Let's try that on. That's got to stay in the white gold. So that stays just as is. And that actually has a little twist, literally. A little twist in the band there, twist in the mounting, then covered in diamonds as well. 10 points in diamonds in that white gold. Who wants that really good pink zircon? I should have auctioned these and gotten 5 times the money. But, you know, it's here to serve you well and get you a little quick deal here at the bottom of this hour as we are wrapping up. 85 minutes left to go in our Sunday show, so don't miss it. All these one-of-a-kind still to get to. Couple of tennis bracelets. I still will keep reminding you we have 1 pair of hoops left. Showed the hoops in the first hour today. There were 3 to go around. There's only 1 pair left. It's the white gold bezel set diamond inside outs that have 202 in diamonds. They were $19.99. 1 pair in white gold left. That's it. Let's take a look at this wheel. $9.99, and then we will take a look at what else. And who's shopping over there with you, Jason? Hi, Patricia, from where? Wonderful. Oh, my goodness. I love our New Yorkers. Hey, Patricia in New York. What about you, Victor? Do you have someone shopping over there? Carol. Hi, Carol. Where's she calling? Which one? Yes, true to size. True to size. All right, Carol, way to go. All right, next up. Oh, I did bring out a very important emerald today. I know emeralds aren't always our thing because emeralds leave a lot to be desired usually. Usually there's an issue. Something about the emerald, not perfect, because they're very highly included. I wouldn't say there's an issue with that one. Look at that clarity on that just under 1 carat stone. So if you want a really good emerald, it's here. How about that Tanzanite? I told you we had a good we have a very good Tanzanite today. 7 carater. Remember we had that really big Astrocut museum? Well, that museum piece from yesterday is gone. Today I'm going to bring you a larger museum reserve in a round, so if you love a lot of flash, a lot of fire, you're going to have that coming your way in that massive round. It's a 7 carat 06. Love it. Oh, good, wonderful. I am going to show, yes, exactly. Well, certain pieces, look at this one. So I'm going to show you a quick request here. This is an aqua. Let me just make sure it's all polished up here because this one was hiding out. I don't think they wanted me to discount that one. I don't know if we've ever had a deeper saturation in aqua, ever, ever, my goodness. And if you think, oh, that must be some it looks that they must tweak their lighting there, that's not aqua, that's aqua. Welcome to the wild world of Sierra Santa Maria. If you can find them, 1129159, perfection. The kids would say chef's kiss. It is just this color, like our blue sky. Although I think it's brighter. Yeah, because that's got some haze. There's some smog. It's not pretty. When you see, look at that blue sky versus the stone that is from the earth, from Brazil. Take a look at this. 10 carats, 85 of Sierra Santa Maria goodness. goodness, or bestest? Bestest. It's 66 points in princess cuts as well. Well, yes, this takes the crown. Wasn't that fun to see all the royals the other day? Like there was that big state visit, and I will never pass up a chance to look at the royals and zoom in on everything that they're wearing because, my gosh, we don't walk around like that in this country, you know? If you're a jewelry lover, yeah, I know you're doing the same. You're zooming in on the tiaras and the crowns. You're zooming in on all the, maybe it inspired my look today, the brooches, all the symbolic brooches that are covered in diamonds. Oh my goodness, the brooches, the sashes, the dripping in jewels. I think I missed my calling. Why I wasn't born into a royal family, I'm not sure. Yes? Is it the one she's always dreamed of? Isn't it beautiful? It really is, and it could even be prettier in person. Yeah. It's 66 points in diamonds. I'm kind of set on the price here. Like I'm really, really, really low. It's, I know, does she know the original was $12,999? Because that's not bad. For a 10 karat 85, not bad. And this cut, do you guys see this? There's a little something extra happening here. Usually you get all your extra fat. Look at the crown. There's that royal theme again. The crown facets have like a doubling effect, and yet do not ever, they don't have any less saturation. I'm doing this for $49.99. Does that sound good? $49.99, and this is what it looks like on the hand. And it's gone, and congratulations, and thank you much. Yes, thank you. Diaspora, I think, is gone from our wheel. And if anything else, guys, sells from the wheel, please let me know. Just pass that info along to me so I can let everybody else know. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. What am I going to do? The pigs are kind of up close. Yes, there we go. I just wanted to show this up close. Some of you were asking about it. It's, and the diaspora item number, by the way, was 9149. And this is 8477. And we'll get to that big round Tanzanite, I promise you. That's going to be probably 20 minutes away, top of the hour. But let me just come in very quickly. Does that mean it'll go like under 90 degrees tomorrow if it's fall? It's officially, if only the calendar and Mother Nature got together like that and all, like if it all jived, I would love some fall weather. And anybody who's got it across the country, I'm so envious of you guys. Get the fall weather and the leaves changing and the cool, crisp air. We don't even cool off till like November. But here we go with our 339. Just want to give you a close up on this one. We had a couple of you asking about it. We will blow it out. It's our 339 with 27 points. That's part of our 999 wheel, but just a nice up close and personal look at it so you can really enjoy and see the beautiful colors and blending, really. It's the color blend. It's that beautiful kind of fuchsia, purple, red, and it does tend to change just based on the light it's in, the way it looks in different angles and different lights and all of that. So very, very special, and enjoy it if you get it. So that one, and I know our diaspora, that one's gone then. Okay, so congrats on the diaspora from the wheel. That's what a few of you, and remember this is one of those you can change the gold color on, so we can do the white, the yellow, and the rose, but just keep in mind, if you do change it, that's where it could take a little extra time because the mounting mirror may not be ready. So we just have to make it again and then transfer the stone over. So that's where sometimes if you change gold color, that might take a little extra time. Otherwise, it's size and ship, okay? So let's move on. We've got our pink zircon there, pinky red. It's definitely a very rich color of pink. And then I do want to show you, this is the tennis bracelet moment. Got to just show you what we have here that is so impressive to see. And keep in mind, there's one in white gold only. So that's usually the popular choice of gold color with any tennis bracelet. We have our one in white gold, and let me move it back so we can get it in focus here. There we go. Just like to wrap it around so you see the consistency of the VS diamonds and how white and bright they are. 111-0355 is your item number here. So, whoa. It goes way back. That's going to be very helpful because there's more gold in that bracelet than anything else I have today. And that includes a lot of different things here. Bold rings and other bracelets and necklaces. So that's telling. And isn't that going to be helpful to get an old gold price when it goes way back to like 7.5 years ago when that was developed and priced? And now you get a better price because I'm doing my impromptu last day of summer sale. So we are just blowing out everything. And yeah, forgive me if I'm not giving you $100 off. I'm going way better than that. Way lower than anything like that would be. And then of course we do have a rose gold, which I'll show you as well, which actually a lot of people, we've seen a lot of rose gold and diamond appeal lately. A lot of you go in for rose gold when we have that opportunity. So you do have a chance to get the rose gold. It's going to be a 7-inch tennis bracelet. The idea is a tennis bracelet is pretty well known as far as style. It's going to be all about one diamond all the way to the other, no break in the action, link style, basket setting, really insert closure so that it's continuous, so that it's seamless, because a bracelet like this is going to move, it's going to spin a little bit. Bangles don't always do that, but a bracelet like this will, it'll spin and move around the hand. So we want to make sure those diamonds go all the way around and are not graduated in this style. And so I'm going to show you the rose gold and the white on the wrist here. $291 is what you're getting. All fabulous round brilliance. You see how that's the bracelet you're getting if you choose the white. Here's the one in the rose, and I'll put them side by side because I wouldn't say it would be all that far-fetched to assume that maybe somebody wants both to stack, to wear together. But for anybody who's looking for holiday gifting ideas, this, like the hoop earrings, may or may not return between now and the end of the year. All I can tell you is, with certainty, I can tell you with certainty that if it does return, it will be so much more money than where it is today. And nothing changes with it. We'll still do the gold and the VS diamonds. But I think we all know that a bracelet today is going to be more money than a bracelet would be 7.5 years ago when this was built. So now's the time to get it, rose or white. 7 inches, there's an insert closure, so I'm showing you the insert portion of each there. It's going to slide into the other side, which is your box closure here, and then you've got 2 figure-8 safeties, as any good tennis bracelet should have. And this is what it looks like on the other side. So you can see how even the box latch closure is going to have your diamonds on top of it. That's what keeps it continuous, like we were talking about. And then we go back up close so I can show you each together and give a good little shout out to the rose gold here as well, close up, so you can see what that's all about. Either one, same price, 7 inches, or get them both and stack and layer, wear it every single day. These styles are classic as can be. And then I'll just drape the white gold over it, just so you can see there. Nice, heavy, sturdy baskets underneath. Not flimsy, not tinny. They're well supported by their four-pronged basket. And we're gonna do better than, oh yeah, this would not be a bad price. I don't think there's anything wrong with $59.99. That'd be steal today. Absolutely. Instead though, going significantly less. Huge value on the way. Do you want the white or the rose? That's what I have. You're looking at them. Well, this isn't even a size and ship. This is just a ship it out for free to you. That's it. You do have to wear a 7-inch, which fits most people. 7 inches usually is going to be perfect for an average size wrist with just a little bit of extra room to move. So it's not clingy, it's not tight, it's not vacuum packed. I don't know about that style as a bracelet. I don't think they're that comfortable when they're going, when they're just too tight. I think bracelets should have a little bit of room. They should have a little bit of movement, and especially with a link style. It's one thing if it's a bangle, that's really meant to sit closer to the wrist and really wrap around the wrist. With a tennis bracelet style, you probably want a little bit of movement to it. So 7-inch tends to be the average size that most gals will wear and just keeps it really, really comfortable. And I mean, this is iconic. It is, and I realize a lot of you may already have a tennis bracelet, and now you're probably thinking about, do I need another to stack? Because we are seeing that stack style where you just cannot have too many bracelets or necklaces or rings on at one time anymore. That's just a very on-trend look, and I don't think it's like a fly-by-night thing. I think that's a look that is here to stay, and that a lot of us have probably been doing for a while before it was like the hot thing to do. And we'll make this even better than, I don't have any problem with $59.99, but I told you it's a blowout. I told you we're going lower than where it started years ago. We're gonna take it below even, you know what, this should never happen, but I'll make it under $3,000. We'll make it $29.99, and that is for the bracelet, with whether you want the white or the rose, in that 7-inch style, your choice of. And under, basically, we've gone to $1,000 a carat and added maybe, a couple $100 for the gold, when that would be thousands and thousands and thousands. I've told you all the time, if it takes a $1,500 minimum just to get the gold to make a band ring, a 2mm basic band in gold today, what is a bracelet with 7 inches straight of gold? What is that going to cost without the diamonds even? And then to get everything here for $29.99 is pretty important. So that's here at $29.99 if you'd like to get the rose or the white. Just our last call. I know tennis bracelets is something a lot of people have, but if you need to gift one or you want to add one, maybe you have one from many, many years ago, and maybe it's what you found at the time, but maybe you know the diamonds are not bright and white. Maybe they're some of the SI or the even lower material, and you want to upgrade. this would be a perfect time to do it. And oh, we're all going to wish that when December, not even that, when you think about Black Friday shopping, day after Thanksgiving, which is actually not all that far away, we're all going to be begging for tennis bracelets. And they're either not going to be here at all, or they're going to be a much higher price than there was. So something to keep in mind if you're looking for a tennis bracelet. Let's talk about some earrings. I've got something affordable for you in a morganite, the softer pink of a really beautiful morganite. They're also in rose gold, so pair up well with the rose gold bracelet. If you still want to pick that up, you certainly may. Here are the earrings. They're a lever back style, 111. No, that was my last one. This is 112. 93. Whoa, those are, well, I thought for a minute I was looking at pink sapphires. I said, I know I have morganites. They look like pink sapphires. Now, how does a morganite look like a pink sapphire? Only when you get the super top quality, which is not foreign around here. We love those true pure pinks like you see right here. There's our rose gold lever back. It's 1129315. And you have really just, this is going to be an awesome opportunity. Now, we do have, I'm holding them up because they otherwise do that. They lean a little bit. So I'll hold the second one up so you can see the matching here. Rose gold is how they stay. And then you've got the diamond halo around those stones. So it will be an oval stone, perfectly matched in that true pure pink. You see it there. And then those diamonds around it. Then all that rose gold is going to be mirror finished in the front. You will just see the front of the lever back. Of course, the rest of it is going to situate right in the ear piercing here. And they look like pink sapphires, don't they? They really do. So a rose gold option only. A fabulous buy. And how about an 80-point total weight here in your morganite? So 40 points on each, just under a half carat in each oval stone, and also, well, the 18 points in diamonds also, but in a drop. So you get a little bit more gold. This is a lever back, so it's hinged and really easy to wear. Super secure, of course, when you do have them on. And we are thrilled to bring them to you at a value. Or we could take this value that I have right here in front of me at $21.99 and make it even better. How do we do such a thing when we're already looking at a great value and what I think is a very wearable stone as you look at them from a distance away? I like to give them a measure here and then try them on for you. But this is that classic 3/4 inch, or actually 7/8 really, on the total length here from start to finish, top to bottom when they're on. So just under an inch. This is so important to the workmanship. They're balanced in such a way, and this is not easy to do. It's all about strategically where you put the O-ring to make sure that the stone is going to face up and face forward to the world. And you're seeing, as I hold it here, mimicking where it's going to sit in the ear, which you'll see next, how it stays with that gorgeous pink showing perfectly out to the world. Doesn't fall to one side, doesn't do the little lean forward flop. We want to see those stones. That's what's important about this earring is the morganites. They're not $21.99. Goodness, we are blowing out jewelry and we only have an hour and 10 minutes to do it. And that Tanzanite, you know what that means? That Tanzanite's coming up soon. The Tanzanite, the big round, the 7 carat is coming up, the one I flashed a little while ago. But here's our chance to get the pink morganite drops. You can see how perfectly they sit in the ear, how they move, but not too much. This is a subtle movement. It's a subtle drop. This isn't any big chandelier that's going to be complicated to wear at all. It's just a subtlety to the drop. And let's take them even lower than even $21.99. As a matter of fact, this could get interesting. How about this? I was thinking about a $1,500 to open auction. What if we were to go $1,000 to open on the auction instead? Or better yet, really see who's out there, take another look at them up close. You see how they sit perfectly. And this can be a color that I think morganites, we know, universal. Just beautiful on everyone. Complexion, hair color, eye color, skin tone, doesn't matter. It's what we call the makeup color. So it really is just a beautiful softness. It's not garish, it's not too bright, but it's never something that's out of place no matter what it is you're wearing. I mean, I couldn't be more basic and just a real, just again, basic neutral, and then it still adds a little extra. Instead of just having the same old diamonds or the same old gold pieces, you still have a neutrality to the stone color that really suits, I think, every bit of your wardrobe perfectly and just looks gorgeous next to the face. And what if we were to do this? Skip the auction entirely, I have no open. Nobody even thinking about opening it up and starting it at $1,000, no problem. We will just blow them out and they're not even $9.99. Skip the auction. I'm thinking we may have to do something wild at the top of the hour, about 7.5 minutes away from the big tansy, which is our 7 carat, and I'm looking at the price tag, and I think that I might scare you. So I think what we need to do is probably do something pretty dramatic at the top of the hour with that Tanzanite, so it gives me an opportunity to just give these a great blowout price in 60 seconds. And so if you like them, please give me a little ring-a-ding-ding, because you give me the ring, I give you the earrings. Simple as that. And you won't notice. You won't notice. What I'm doing with this price tag is crazy low, even just for the gold. And then you got the diamonds that are VS. And do you know we don't ever skimp out on the VS? Even if it's an earring in the smaller diamond weight, still got to be that VS quality you love. And they're not going to be $9.99 or $8.88 or $7.77. They are blowout. Completely brand new, and yet blowout pricing. And we'll do them for $699 a pair. While they're here, while they last till they're gone. $699. And another really good option for earring lovers. And let me just again tilt that stone towards your eye level so you can appreciate how beautiful. Look at that. It seriously is like looking at a pink diamond, or what we call the pink diamond color, pink sapphires, is what the color is really reminiscent of. And if you're going, that's not what most of the morganites look like that I see elsewhere. I flip on up and down the dial all day and I see morganites here and there, or morganite synthetics, or morganite simulants, and they're more like brown, or they're more like light, barely they're peach. They typically look more like the rose gold. Here, it's that true diamond pink color. $6.99 for the pair. Let's keep moving. They're here if you want them. Recap a couple items that we had earlier as well, including the cornflower blue in the bridge. Oh my, this has got to go. It's that perfect. I don't know if we've ever seen a more perfect example of the definition of cornflower blue. If you were to do a gemstone, like a coffee table book of gemstones and photographs, that would be your cornflower blue photo right there. That big glossy image of that stone is the perfect definition of a cornflower blue, and it's a very specific and precise color. And that term it's kind of tossed around a little bit, that, you know, there's a lot of people that are, you know, really just willing to say anything to make a sale, and it's sad. I mean, it's sad. And I obviously didn't grow up in the sales business. I grew up as a journalist, so, you know, studied journalism, so I have a little different perspective when it comes to, you know, being truly accurate with your words. And again, there's a very specific color, and that term does not just apply to any old sapphire because it's blue. It really, we have the example in all its glory here of what a true cornflower. The actual term comes from this floral, which we have the example to show you, and it is specific. And quite frankly, we don't see a lot of big sapphires. We certainly don't see a lot of cornflowers in this size. This is our 228. Look at the specifics. In the color here, that's that subtle, if anything, a little light purple in there with those bright blues as well. So that would be the 228 with the carat 36 in the diamonds as well. And that's our large bridge in the white gold. It stays in the white gold. So all again, ship it, or rather size it and ship it. I don't get ahead of myself there. I almost shipped it without sizing it. And that'll be fine if you need a size 7. But again, if you need a little bit different, little higher, little lower, we can do that for you. But this is fabulous. And we're going to blow it out right now. Remember, this is also $39.99 from earlier today. That's a really good one. $39.99. Just had it a little earlier today, and then we've got more on the way. Our big Tanzanite is 4 minutes away. Any requests? We're still without a request today, except for that one that came into me before the show, which we accommodated. That was good. For a minute there, I couldn't find where somebody misplaced where I had my little stash. I had to go track down an aquamarine, but luckily we got it. So here we are, $39.99. By the way, there's this really attractive necklace, and you know, I meant to put this on, and it got a little crazy before the show, as things do. Live TV is kind of crazy. Everyone always like, oh, it's just, you just show up and you just stand there and talk. Yeah, it gets a little crazy, a little frenetic at the deadline when the airtime and the red light's about to go on, but I meant to put this on because I just thought, it looked really cool with the outfit, and it kind of goes with everything. I could wear that with every outfit every day, and it would always look great. It's a beautiful brushed finish to the circle style. Then it's actually linked up with diamonds, and then this is the paperclip link chain that is very glam, very modern, but also is adjustable, so you can make it as short as you want. I would actually love to see it as a choker and then layered, or I would love to see it a little bit like in the hollow there or longer. You can go up to 18 inches in length. I just think this is like, again, very fresh, very cool, very much what we're seeing, still all about link styles. Link necklaces are the thing. I was looking at a costume jewelry piece the other day. It's from some designer I'd never heard of. And that's rare because it's just, one of those little known designers. And I loved the look. And I looked at the price tag and I thought, wait a minute, am I seeing the decimal in the wrong place? And am I looking at, are those commas? There was a piece of total costume jewelry, which was very similar to this. And it was over $3,200. And I'm going, wait a minute, it's not even a metal? It's not even plated. It's nothing. It's mind-boggling. It's 1128543 because those are all great for a temporary amount of time. I've fallen prey to the call of costume jewelry, only to be disappointed a few hours later after wearing it and going, okay, that was a waste of money. But here's where you get, if you know you love a great classic look, and it's that door knocker style meets a circular style, 10 points in diamonds that are right there adjoining the chain to the fabulous pendant and the drop. And I must say that's, I think, what's most appealing is it's the juxtaposition of the textures. You've got the high polished and the matte finishing. You've got the diamonds intersecting, looks very who designer, who does the tees. There's that really special look with that chain. The piece itself has a drop of 1 inch. And it almost reminds me a little bit of our nail design. I could see that paired up with our nail collection because it looks a little bit like the nail where the pave is. And then you've got this incredible, look at that sparkle cut chain. I mean, every little basic, even when it's still, completely stationary and still, it just has this shine, this gleam, this sparkle, and all of this adjustable. So there's a little distinctive O-ring right there. It's kind of hard to make out, but you see that O-ring? There's actually 3 of them. That can show you where exactly 16, 17, and 18 is, but the truth is you can use any of those links that you'd like to really fine tune it. So our 10-point diamond weight, it's really not about the diamond weight, it's about the gold and the look, and I'll show it one more time on the neckline here so you can see it that way, higher or lower, but we're gonna take it on down and blow this out, and it will no longer be that, and it wasn't a debut all that long ago, but at $29.99, it looks like it stuck around, so we get to do a better price and make it disappear on this official last day of summer. And that means when I sign off, I can say, I will see you next season. I will see you in the fall. I will see you later. But here we go with the gorgeous all year long, wear it every day, designer style, nothing else like it at this price. It's not even $19.99. Here it is again, from the hand, and we'll do it for, even better than $1,500 or $14.99. It is another one that is ready to go tomorrow. It can be in a box today, it can be shipped to you tomorrow, and it can be to you in a couple of days because it's only yellow gold and it's right here. It's here, nothing left to do with it, just really a beautiful piece to wear the second you get it home and every day thereafter, and let's make it better than 15, 14, 13. I'll blow it out for $12.99. Seriously, what you pay on, I had to do a little gold chain refresh the other day because, I have a favorite little chain that is very, very delicate that I wear with my little yellow diamond cross, and I wear it every single day, and I needed to refresh it. It was one of those where it got a little, it's seen better days, it's worn all the time, so I refreshed it. And I'm in the wholesale business, and I had to pay over $600 for a baby chain. A chain that is a fraction of the gauge of what you're getting here, and that chain didn't come with a big pendant with diamonds. So $12.99 for the paper clip link, the lobster claw clasp, the 3 links adjustable, the $12.99 price tag, and all of that for one caller. So last call on that one, we have the top of the hour, it's here. It is Tanzanite time. We have one today, just one, the earrings are already gone. So I've got one ring to show you. Let's talk about top of the hour, and that necklace is still here if anybody would like it. I'm so, so glad you're here today. Thank you for being here, as always. It's always a wonderful, wonderful time we get to spend together shopping, hopefully doing some sailing, as in sales shopping. We love that. It's a Tanzanite time moment. We only have about 58 minutes left to go in our week here. So if there's anything your heart desires in jewelry, please pick up that phone, dial in that phone number. That is the only way to contact us, okay? That's the only way to reach us here, unless you're reaching out to me directly. Happy to help with that too. But this is where you got to call in, make those requests. We'll put up whatever you need to see on the wheel there, and get you our last official day of summer sale price. We're discounting everything. So here's our 7-carat stone. It's around, and it was just about 24 hours ago. I was standing right here bringing you a 6-carat in the museum. The museum Asher cut we had, outstanding, it sold. Of course, There's been, I think, 2 or 3 Tanzanites in 7 years of bringing them that have ever stuck around. They're not the kind of stone that just stay and then sit in a vault and gather dust. They go right out. And that makes sense. Why wouldn't they? Best quality that's ever been mined. One source in the world discovered in the late 60s, and there's still only one source, and now that one source is going out quickly. There's only Block C left, which is a very light saturation of color that probably nobody here is going to be interested in seeing, wearing, or owning because it's so light in comparison with what we bring, which is 112-8432. Glad you are with us today. And again, this is our last call on the show as we look at 8432. So just a heads up, if you have those requests or want to see something from earlier, because there's still some really gorgeous jewelry from earlier in the show that you can pick up as well, because you know every piece goes by the end. But here we are. 706 is the size. It's also Museum Reserve in the round and a 111 diamond weight. We kept it classic. I did that yesterday. We had an Asher. It was really important, so kept it classic with the halo. This time, two halos, fierce as ever. First, more medium-sized diamonds. Later, bigger diamonds. And giving it that beautiful frame we want to see. And all you need, I mean, you just need one good Tanzanite. The fact is, most of you scoff at that, have scoffed at that, because some of you own 50 or 80 or 20 or 15 or 2. Wherever your Tanzanite collection stands, you need to know this. There are very few Museum Reserves left, and there's nothing else. After the Museum Reserve collection is gone and done, nothing else we can bring to you, and that means we're probably going to see a holiday season of 2025 without blue wings for the first time in what will be then 7 years. 7 years to sell out. 7-year itch, they call it. Well, 7 years to sell out is what it looks like our Tanzanite is going to be. If they even make it to the 7-year mark, which would be December, highly unlikely considering it's still September. So here we are looking at our ultimate museum level, and of course there is something special about the round. The round being as beautifully bright as it is, that's so important. Take a look at it and you'll see what I'm talking about. The red flashes are perceived by the eye as an extra neon brilliance. And that's what you're getting here. Now, there's also a 111 diamond weight, and that keeps it classic while still giving it ample what it needs. I think it would be a shame if this didn't have a lot of diamonds. I think that would be a little bit of a, probably a little bit of an error, just because it needs, that's an important stone. It needs good diamonds. You see them there. And here's how, you can see also the size going side to side on the hand here. It's far too big for me. We're going to size it for you to whatever ring size you need. And good news, you can change the gold color. Lately, I've been a bit more limited on the gold colors in Tanzanite. They've had to stay in whatever the designers chose. Here's where you get to go ahead and choose your favorite gold color. So exactly how you want it, and in your size, and gets to your house for free. And now we just need to get rid of the $12,900. I just did hypothesize earlier that I did say out loud that I think that that's going to be a tough and tall ask today to get $13,000. And quite frankly, if you've ever watched my show and my discounts and my Tanzanite love and everything that I do to make sure that you can love it as much as we do, because truth be told, you never fully understand this stone until you get it at home. It is the classic line that we hear every single time, especially when there's a new shopper who gets Tanzanite for the first time from us, and therefore it's blue wing block D. The exclamation upon receiving it at home is always the same, is, I don't know how that stone looks even better than it did on TV. And it's, I try to explain it, and I try to tell you, and I try to kind of give you the dynamics of TV studios and how they're made and how they're built. This is not a lighting that is set up for a neon stone. So whether it's Kunzites or whether it's paraiba or whether it's blue wing block Ds that have neon, which means they have the ability to glow under a lesser light, whatever the case may be, you're never seeing the best color. And I know that's hard to believe, because how could it get better? How could it get better than what you're seeing with those blues, these ultraviolets? It's like, it's violets on steroids, it's purples beyond, it's neons and red, 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 and in the round, it's dynamic. And you don't always get the reds in the round as much. This one is showing that to you. And we're going to take a look at it and get it better than $13,000, because your gold color of your choice, your size that you need, everything is exactly how you need it, and it's time to auction it off. Because we got Museum Reserve good looking round here, and there's that premium that should be on the round that I'm going to say, let's forget about that. Put that on the shelf today. Let's not ask for a premium on the round. Let's not ask for a premium because it's the best of the best, literally, in the world, when I know what other people are selling it for. They got block Cs. They're selling them for $3,800 a carat. I saw it the other day. A 2-carat stone, $3,800 a carat for Block C. Not good. And they're doing their best, I'm sure, and they do that price because they get tremendous volume, and the truth is you never know what your stone's going to look like because you're buying one of 10,000. That is not how we're operating here. This stone is deluxe, and the truth is you never need to own another Tanzanite. If you're about quality, you never need to upgrade down the line. You never need to own another one. You've got it all here. Everything you could ever want is right here in this Tanzanite, and you will spend more to get lower quality material wherever you want to shop. Shop where you like, frequent where you wish. I know we're not the only ones you shop with. I am no dummy. I get it. I've been in this business long enough to know how this works. Very few people only shop here. But I think when it comes to Tanzanite, I'm willing to make a bold statement. I think you're probably only shopping here. At least when you know about us. There's a number of you who say, I wish I knew about TVON sooner. I would have not spent money, really good money, on really low quality Tanzanite. I could have bought Blue Wing from the start. Well, again, better late than never, and really important to get it now before it's gone completely. Take a look at the stone, and let's go put it on the auction block and see what we need to do. Because quite frankly, who knows? Don't know what we need to do until we do it. It's hard to gauge, and without a little bit of help on the phone lines or somebody out there saying, I like it, I'm interested, do what you do, take it low, low, let me see if I can do it. Well, I can give you the best value possible, and it's all we can ever do. And we know definitively we have the best value, so why spend any of your hard-earned money anywhere else when it comes to Tanzanite? And now with the window of opportunity closing, even more important to do that. It will not be $10,000 to start. And there is that premium on the round, and we're going to size it for you. Again, I love that there's a gold color choice because they look outstanding in yellow as well. They do. White gold or yellow gold, your two best options. But it will not be 10,000 or 9,000 or 8,000 or 7. I think we've got a really, really big deal if we start at 6. But I think this Sunday might require a lot of sacrifice on my part. And we've been doing it all day anyways, so no need to change now. With only a few minutes left to go in our Sunday showcase here, our last day of summer. Oh, here it is. $5,000 to start on an unforgettable masterpiece of Mama Nature. She went all out. This is where you can tell there was a lot of extra time spent on that Tanzanite. It is the ultimate. That's with a carat 11 in diamonds, by the way. Bigger size than we saw yesterday, just FYI. More diamond weight as well. Maybe you weren't with us, just kind of filling you in on what we saw 24 hours ago. How about 45 instead? A little more interesting, save you a little more moolah, help you out, save you more, make it a little more comfortable to get in. Or we could do this. How about we just go all out, forget 45 or 44 or 43 or 42. That's the round premium right there. And we will not do 42 or 41. Let's go a cool even $4,000 to start with a $10 increment. $10 on the increment. All we got to do is get the open. And let me tell you, it's not going to be a busy day on auctions. I can tell you that right now. There aren't going to be 10,000 people on this auction. There probably won't be 10. So that helps you out as well. Some people already have their Tanzanites. Lucky them. Some people are all done. They've completed their collections. Some people have one for every week. There's others that have one for every day of the month. I think that tells you a value story right there. I always feel proud to hear that. A lot of people would go, wow, who would have 80 Tanzanites? And I go, I think it's great. I think it's amazing that I can give you a value that you can have 80 of anything. Most people don't have 80 pieces of fine jewelry, let alone 80 pieces of Tanzanite that is the best in the world. I think that is, if that's not a compliment to what we do, what is? The fact you can set out and own different styles, different cuts, different settings, different looks. Maybe you're sharing. Maybe you're just a reseller and you got your boutique and you're filling up your boutique with the best of Blue Wings. Hey, that's your prerogative and we allow that. But this is how you take advantage of a great day to shop, a really big, big value story day, and we'll take it even lower than $4,000. I mean, how low can I go? It's of $706. But I know what happened because 24 hours ago, I can remember that. And I know it took a lot of, we'll call it sacrifice, yesterday to get that 6 carat out the door. And now we're basically there. We're at virtually the same price. I'll tell you what I'll do. It's a bigger stone, bigger diamond weight. Let's make it, you know what, not $3,900. Let's go $3,800 on the round. It's the same open I did yesterday on a smaller stone with a smaller diamond weight. So hopefully that really reads value, because that pretty much spells it out right there. $3,800, and we got to figure out some other jewelry. I would love to show you what it is you'd love to see, so you can just give us a call. Tell us, is it a category? Is it a stone? What are you looking for? Is it a gent's ring or a lady's ring? Is it a bracelet or a necklace, a pendant or a ring? What would you like? Outside of belly chains and toe rings, I mean, we're pretty good to go on jewelry. Anything jewelry related, we can do it. So here we are at 38, no open yet, none yet. Okay, we got to give it 60 seconds. The only other thing I have in Tanzanite is the round pendant, which I couldn't help but notice is a really nice match to the ring. And the pendant is about 19 carats, and it's right there. So there's a pendant too. So we got pendants, we got rings, we got the rounds well suited here. So all you need to do is dial. 45 seconds remaining to get that open at $3,800 on a 706. Yikes. Too low on that one, but hey, maybe I'll get away with it, and maybe we won't get the open, and I will scoot by scot-free. But that is what will be determined in 35 seconds here. And get those requests in. We've shown you most of our Sunday opportunities. We have a couple pieces we can recap. I think our Morganite drop earrings. Jason, are you taking something from earlier today? Because I'm getting recaps ready. 2 tennis bracelets. Okay, 1 pair of hoops is still here. I got to show you those. 1 pair of hoop earrings, white gold only. This is last call, 202s in the white gold. Got to show them one more time, because you may have been a late arrival to the show today. Yeah. Oh, I'd love to. I don't get to do that every day. Jewelry, yes. Cornflower blues, no. I don't get to show a lot of cornflower blues or try them on. Here's the cornflower blue. Oh my goodness. That is, boy, I feel like royalty right here and now. The cornflower blue, the bridge setting style. Let's show you all the angles as well. And this is 228 in its size. Look at that. It literally is built with a ring. Let's rephrase that. It's built like 2 rings over another. You have a wider band that's completely set up with that 4-row pave. Then it's the outside rows that actually come up and elevate over, not too high, nothing that's obtrusive, nothing that's hard to wear, but set up with that stone, which looks like it's floating, but it's not. Don't worry, it's super secure. And what in the name of gold pricing are we doing with that bridge in that size? Look at the size of this from the back, from the sides, from the front, all those different details. That is some serious jewelry there. And I just love the solid seamless diamond sparkle every which way. That's $39.99. And again, I always say go up maybe a half size on that one, 1/4 to half, depending on how you usually fit into your size. I think that that's going to be wise to just go up a little bit, just because it's a nice wider band in the back. Okay, so there it is, $39.99 on the cornflower blue. I think it's really the only true cornflower we have right now. I can't think of anything smaller or larger that is in that true color. So back to the Tanzanite we'll go here. And there it is one more time. That is $3,800 to open, and no open yet. Okay, so we'll move right along. I'm going to show you, I'm going to recap our hoop earrings in the white gold, unless we do have an open on this one, because we have a little delay to the broadcast always, and there's people popping in and out of the broadcast always. So it's just, again, shop when you can, get in on these one-of-a-kind values while they're here. And $3,800 only on this one and no open. Oh, great. Well, there was a smaller stone yesterday, and it did the trick, but hey, every day's different. Oh, the cornflower. I was just going to show it again up close. We can do that now. Let's do that now. We are verifying on the cornflower. This is my favorite part. There's I feel like I almost said like a vibration, but that sounds weird. It's not really going to vibrate, but look at how beautiful. It's like this brighter periwinkle blue really does ripple through that stone. And the way it's, and then suddenly from the sides I'm seeing, oh gosh, I love that. You know I love that of the bridge. I like seeing the way it looks like diamonds are inside the stone. And that's the look you get from that angle, and every which way you show it, and spin it, and turn it. And that just is, it is gorgeous, and it's so rare. It's the ultimate high level. I mean, besides cashmeres, which is actually, that's not a color story. Cashmere refers to origin. That's that old Pakistani border material that we saw over 100 years ago. This is the cornflower. It's on its way out. I just don't know who's getting it. We have actually a couple people talking about one ring, and we can't just split it. We got to make sure it's first caller who says yes. That's going to be yours. Then we are going to show our last pair of hoop earrings, which are the white gold bezel set 202s. We will show those again. Allison's working on something else. Jason's working on something else. Great idea. This one's verifying right now. Let's show those earrings yet again. These are the 202s in the white gold. One pair left. Started with 2. There is 1 pair left, and that's that. 111 4316 is your item number here. And there's 202 in inside out bezel sets. They're the bezel set diamonds. Opulence doesn't even cover it. It is the highest end way to do a hoop is with the bezel set and the inside out. It's one thing to get just the diamonds in the front. And there was a time when inside out was not really a thing. I couldn't find them way back when. I designed my own pair of earrings just for myself because personally I didn't find anything out there. And unfortunately it was well before I was in the business. And this is just outstanding. It's just that highest end, very, very special 202 last pair white gold. Like I said, we would build them at some point in the future. I hope. Just know that they are going to be a very different price than what we're used to seeing. We cannot continue to sell diamonds in gold for under $1,000 an ounce without losing tremendous money. And it's not a great business model to lose thousands of dollars on every item and do that for the long term. And so what you guys have, and it's also from our perspective, is you guys get used to our values, and it's really tough to increase prices. So we're not, but just know that we are losing money and going backwards to do this because we all get very accustomed to seeing a certain set level of TVON value that we want to keep going. So here we are. And again, it's not always the reality with gold and diamonds. So I like to, at least when I have the chance, to give you that heads up. So you know, because you're going to see that item at some point again, and it's going to be a different price. And you're going to wonder, what happened? Well, again, not responsible to lose thousands of dollars on every single earring I show. So here we go. Last call. We're just selling what's made up here. It happens to be one left in white gold. Who got the cornflower? Oh, Susan. Congratulations, Susan. You will love it. Thank you so much for being with us today. I hope to hear from you in the next couple days when you get it. I would love to hear what your thoughts are because that is really, really rare even for us. So well done. But here's the last pair, 1.5 inch inside out style, locking button mechanism. So the button is what releases them. Okay. They're $19.99, and it's our last call, $19.99. Okay, we're going to go ahead and talk about, gosh, we have 40 minutes. Yikes, not a lot of time. So let's see if I can dive into if there's anything from yesterday, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, or years ago. Always worth asking. I do want to recap the very first item of the show, which is our citrine, because it's too gorgeous to be here. Also, that golden diamond link necklace. Why is that still here? For $12.99, should not be. And then we've got our citrine, but again, $19.99 for those hoop earrings, all bezel set, tons of gold. That is really just it's a melt price, and then keep the diamonds for free. I mean, if we were melting that down, we would have more money in the gold, and we could still keep the 202. Keep the 202s in-house and literally have more than $2,000 just in the gold at melt. So it's time to get those. If you love them, 1.5 inch is the style. Round hoops, of course, the longer they are, the more you get to appreciate the inside out. I'm always perplexed why, doesn't make a lot of sense to do a short hoop with an inside out style. Because if it's real short or smaller in diameter, you're not going to see the diamonds on the inside of the back anyway. So it's nice to go a little bit more dramatic with the drop, but nothing that's too large. 1.5 inch is very wearable, according to at least most of the ladies I've been shopping with for 25 years. All right, next up is the citrine. Just want to give you another look at this one. It's a fancy cut. And it has these, I mean, talk about an interesting and unique way to do a halo. Still the halo concept, still with these beautiful elongated, it's like a little teardrop style. You notice the details there of graduated sizes in the diamonds, making every one of those 6 sections around what is a fancy cut trillion. Item number is 9316. It's a beauty, it's a trillion, it's a modified trillion. Again, the notched edges, but then you see the red flashes, the bright. I mean, this is why we love Madeiras. They're not giving you one color. It's a very unique beautiful blend of colors where you're going to see bright oranges and goldens and intense. Look at that. And then that fiery cut, like a firework inside, which is helping to show off all those reds and yellows and orange tones as well. And there's one, and it's $999. And we haven't seen too many pieces for $999 today, but there is a really good one there. So $999, and I'll show this on the hand because it's two fun ways to wear it as well. Kind of mix and match the way you play with it, and you can have different looks, whether you want to point it up towards the hand, away from the hand towards the fingertips there. Totally up to you, but again, stays in the yellow. So we just need to know your ring size. Pretty simple and easy there. Tell me your ring size. We size it for you. Half size, quarter size, 3/4 size, maybe a full size, whatever works for you best. And then that's the way it's going to look one way. Here's the other direction. So you can see it like that, and $999. All right, so that's one only. Just had to recap that. Why that's here, I don't know. And then we've got, I'm gonna need your requests, guys. We've got about 35 minutes to go. So any requests, it's that time. Tell us what you need to see. Again, the tennis bracelets are here. That link style necklace is here. The paraiba was under 11, what was 1150 or so, 1111. The heart-shaped yellow diamond. Heart-shaped yellow, 1 carat, and then it just keeps going. Lots of yellow and white diamonds around it. We also showed it very early in the show. Means you may have missed it. Here's the heart-shaped yellow. Perfect sunshine yellow. Everything matches. The side stones match the center, and the sides match the center. Everything is matching. Everything looks great. It is really, again, item number is 112-9309 to refresh. This is our big 1 carat heart shape. And that is a true heart shape. It is not a wannabe. It is not a imposter. Sometimes heart shapes are really heart shapes until you really look and go, no, that's not a heart. That's a square. It's a squatty pear, or it's a little more of a trillion. No, this has the actual defined cleft to it, so it really does read properly. And then, of course, is emphasized with the double halo as well. So altogether, 223 is your diamond weight, and it's time. Move it on out of here. That is down to just $3,499. Let me know if you have any requests for the end of the show. We are there. I've got a Tahitian pearl pendant we're going to blow out. I'm going to do a little rapid fire pieces that should not even be here today. Let's just do some rapid fire discounting on some very large specialty pieces. There's even a bangle here with diamonds. We have a, it's affordable. We have a highway ring with paraibas. Yeah, Brazilian paraibas. We have gold quartz, both rings and pendants together that match. We've got a pink sapphire. It's a hot pink too. We have a really good, there's another sapphire in a bow design as well. This one's just fun. I mean, this is it's a feminine detailed design. We've got this great look here with this bow. Look at this. It's just, this is the royal blue. So we already saw the cornflower go out the door. Let's take a look at our royal blue. Haven't even seen this yet today. And that stone sits just off center, so it can really look part of, like, it's, you know how a bow in a package would move, right? It's all flexible and movable. This is like, it's almost the pendulum to your bow is the way this is set. And oh my goodness, Gary and Christine, I just got handed some requests for you guys, so they're coming up as well. And Gary, you have exquisite taste. So we'll talk about this sapphire. It's gonna be 112-6354, a quick blowout on the big pear-shaped blue. This is the true royal blue, but not too dark. Great size at a carat 66. That's a nice big sapphire. See how it's off to one side a little bit? That's all intentional. The bow itself is asymmetric, so the stone is set at a little bit of an angle. You see it right there, how it just kind of hangs out towards that bow design over there. We're gonna do better. Better than even, this, I kid you not, started at $79.99. Started at $8,000. Today it's not. One caller. I'm rapid fire discounting here. We got very little time. It's 34 minutes to go. We got to make some waves here. So how about we do this right now for $14.99? Send it out. Done, gone. All right, so that's gone. Well, this is how it's going to go, guys. Rapid fire, this is it. Gary, I'm going to get to your request first. Here it is. Gary, this is one we had just last weekend. It debuted. I've got a few here in white gold that can go out right away. I think yellow gold and rose gold are going to be a little bit of a wait. It's a men's or ladies ring. It's a band style. And thank you again on that sapphire. Well done. I mean, come on. These pieces are so good. Now, we also have, this is really our only diamond band we have, because the bands that have the little diamonds are all sold out. We sold those through our summer sale. This is now, again, something that just debuted, but the difference is it's not a lot of little stones, it's one big stone. In the oval, still VS, and that's what's really impressive here. 9245 is the number, just debuted it last week. Only a couple left here, great news. Stackable, men's or ladies, pinky to thumb. It is the most universal diamond band that I think we can show you. And one bigger stone is really what amplifies it, because there's a lot of easy ways to do a lot of little stones and bands. Mostly what we see here. Pave styles that have everything from 10 points up to 1 carat or more, but very little that have one big center stone, and yet it's the way it's set. They have to build it up with the depth of gold so that you can carve that gold away just in order to make room for that diamond to sit right down into the gold so that it's flush across the top. So it's completely smooth, it's completely seamless. I'll try a couple on. This is our 30-point minimum. You're guaranteed at least 30. You're probably going to get a third of a carat or more. And we're busy on the phone lines already. No surprise there. How about we take this down in white, yellow, or rose, but it looks like most of what I have here in stock ready to go is white gold, which is nice because you know what? Even if you're getting the yellow or the rose, it shows off how white and bright the diamond is. And then I do love to stack it. Again, I'm a stacker. I love to stack. I will put 3 of these on. I could probably put 5 on. And look at how perfectly 2 sit together. It still looks like one great ring. And I lined up the diamonds. You can kind of zigzag them. I'm making under $1,000. This was one of our biggest debuts in recent history in diamonds, and yet it's a lot of solid gold. We don't do platings. We don't do mystery metals. There's nothing underneath that that's not solid 14K, and you're getting a better deal than $999 or $888 or even $799. Already 2 gone, thank you. Somebody just came back and said, I already got mine, and now I'm coming back to get another. Great way to go because you're stacking or you're mixing and matching, or maybe it's his and hers or whatever you want to do, but it's $777 per band. You're choosing golden ring size, and you can get as many as you want and stack them up and down and across. I was even loving stacking them across the hand, like one for the thumb, one for the pinky, maybe one for the index finger, because it sits so low profile. When you see this from the side, you'll see how that diamond is indeed, look at that, disappears practically. I mean, you can see my yellow diamond in the background, mirror finished, all gold around it. Look at the finishing on the inside. How about that diamond? That's a bright, beautiful diamond. I like the way that's given brilliance from the backside. And then you've got that set, look at that, set as seamlessly as can be. It's like the diamond that's there disappears when you see it from the side. So it gives a real upgrade to your basic, and by the way, basic gold bands are $7,800 right now. 2 millimeter. This is how I always, there's been a metric I've used for 25 years talking about, now I haven't needed to use it as often because in my previous years when I started in the business, gold was $300 an ounce. That's how long I've been doing this. Today it's around $3,500 an ounce. I say around because it changes every day. So tomorrow we'll get a new updated price. Point is, it's at record highs. And nobody says it's done. I wish we could say, it's done, it won't go any higher, don't worry, it'll crash one day. Very unlikely. There's a reason that your investment advisors and wealth managers are telling you to buy gold. Mine is doing that too. He's saying buy gold. And I'm like, are you kidding? It's $3,500 an ounce. I'm in the business. He goes, I know you're in the business. Buy gold. Buy gold. Well, you can buy gold or you can buy gold jewelry. And at least when I buy gold, instead of a gold bar, I get to wear it. I get to enjoy it. It makes me look pretty and all that kind of thing. And so, you know, or maybe in this case, it's also symbolic style. It tells the world you're maybe in a union. It could be a pinky ring. It could be a thumb ring. Honestly, anybody of any age could wear this, and this is very you-know-who. Red box, gold script, kind of looks like those love styles you see where the diamonds in a band cost tens of thousands of dollars. Ours is $777. And I always say that when the gold bands, I mean, a good barometer, you can do this at home. Look at your basic jewelry store. If you don't want to go to Cartier, listen, that's fine, because not everybody's in a big city. I talked to someone yesterday, she was frustrated. She goes, I live out in the middle of nowhere. A lot of our viewers do live in more rural areas, and that is what I think one of my big points of pride is, that we can bring high-end designer, fabulous superstar jewelry to everybody. You don't need to live in a big city. My gosh, to get on a plane to fly to a big city, don't do it. It's just, I mean, if you really want a vacation anyways in sunny Southern California or New York City, go ahead. But just to get there, that's a lot of headache, a lot of money, a lot of expense just to get to a big city to go to the store, where you're going to end up spending tens of thousands of dollars on a ring. Now, that's one way to do a souvenir, or enjoy the vacation wherever you want to go and let the shopping be done with the feet kicked up at home and let the jewelry arrive to you. That's how I would do it, because it is saving you so much money. Normally, in my world, convenience costs more money. Here at TVON, convenience costs you less, because you're getting the value and you're getting the convenience and you're getting the quality that is second to none, and we're making it $777. So it's a last call. Get as many as you need. Stack, layer, gift, because that's a giftable item. That is truly from no matter what age group, no matter what style they are, no matter gender. I mean, honestly, it doesn't matter. It's a ring everybody can enjoy. So I hope that works for you, Gary. I hope that's the one you were asking for. Let's get to, I also have a request here for Christine. Hi, Christine. We'll take a look at the morganite. Coming your way. 8559 will be next on the air. We will show a morganite. It's beautiful. We've got still that heart-shaped yellow. Make sure you grab that if you love it. And then I'm going to show this morganite. It is a one only, as is Christine. This looks a lot like the color we saw in those drop earrings earlier, but a lot bigger. Pure pink here again. This is going to be 1128559. That pink morganite cushion cut. It's the rectangular or elongated cushion. That's a 452. Everything in this ring, which you see there are two tones of gold, rose and white, it's all 18K. So we've also upgraded the gold to your 18 karat gold, 452 cushion, 87 points in diamonds. I know they might look like pinks in the halo. They're all white diamonds. And we're going to blow it out right now. What a deal. I remember when it was $69.99. Christine probably remembers when it was $69.99. 452 is the carat weight. Diamond weight is 87 points. Gold is 18K. And we have got one, and you better believe I'm blowing it out. We got 25 minutes to really rock your world with some jewelry. What can we show you today before we go? Because we're not here on Monday. Like, not in the day, not in the night, not in the mid-afternoon. Nope, we're just not here on Monday or Tuesday. So when everybody starts panicking and saying, oh my gosh, Lauren, are you okay? I don't find your show on. Are you guys? It's Monday, Tuesday off, Wednesday back on. TV off on Monday and Tuesday, TV on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, okay? Wednesday, what? Well, you don't have to keep your TV off unless yours is on the fritz like mine. I don't have a TV at the moment, but whatever. Just audio. I know how to watch games. I can watch games on mute. I'll do my own commentary. So if the voice is a little weak, that's probably why I've been doing my own commentary while my sound bar's on the brink. But here we are. $69.99, blowout time. Blowout time. $2,900. You know what, skip it. We'll go $25.99 instead. I like freebies. Let's put some elements of free in there. $25.99, Christine, let us know your feedback. And also, we still have the drops. The drop morganite earrings that I had earlier today were $6.99 if you need a little something to go with this. And let me try it on for you as well. I think, yep, we got it all covered there. 18K, big stone, pure pink, that's our private collection, and the 87 points. It is a split shank on the sides. That's going to meet up where your entire basket, oh, look at that finishing. All rose gold for the basket, therefore also the setting of your morganite, and then all those white diamonds, very large diamonds as well, I might add. And so that will be $25.99. Okay, thank you everybody for being with us today. We got 25 minutes left to go. Signing off here shortly. If there's anything you want to request, you got the moment now. You're here live. That's when you get these one-of-a-kinds before somebody else does, because that's what happens. And look how bright. It is like looking at a pink diamond. Rest assured, I don't have a 4.5 carat pink diamond. It is unlikely I ever have a 4.5 carat diamond in a pink color that's natural like this is. So let's take a look at this one more time, that pink beryl, and we'll get it out the door. Then we've got a quick little, we'll give you a little Tahitian pearl pendant opportunity as well. And anything else, come on in, holla at me. There's the phone number. You reach me. My phone number is 626-626-8700, so we can talk about what you need before we run out of airtime here, which is 24 minutes away. And did we hear from Gary? Did Gary get the band, and is he sat? You did. Wonderful. And was he shopping one band, two bands, three bands, one? Good. Wonderful. Thank you. Just want to make sure we got his request taken care of. Perfect. And then he saw it, because you'd be amazed how many times I put up a request, talk to the people, and then hours later, I'll get an email. Where was my request? Oh, goodness. And then I have to go back to the show and screenshot and send it and email. So anyway, much easier to just see it live, isn't it? All right. And then we can answer your questions on the spot, on the fly. So here is, well, this is a pearl pendant. I'm going to show it to you on the hand here first. It's a really designer style Tahitian pearl this time around. Means it's going to be your deeper color greens, purples, really the aubergine colors we love. 8788. Is your item number, and that would be a bit of a floral up top. It reminds me of the florals we had around our garnet ring yesterday, doesn't it? Yeah, morganite gone. Was that our requester by chance? Oh, never mind. It wasn't a requester, but yeah, let me get it for you. I'm going to try to do it with one hand too, Victor. So let's see how skilled I am. 6 1/4. Yep, 6 1/4 right now in that ring size. Thank you very much. All right, morganite gone. Tahitian pearl, want to get your length on this one. We'll verify that 1 1/4 length that you see there. here is what, it's got more of an open oval style up top. That's where your bail is, right at the very top. It's an 1.25 inches, yes. I'll try it on the neckline for you as well. Always nice to see it. I think from a distance away, it just gives you a better perspective on what to expect when it gets home. But there is that, that is a luxury Tahitian black pearl. And you're still getting the purples, the greens, the reds, those really beautiful aubergine, kind of really intense like eggplant colors as well. Let's go back to our wheel. I want to show it up close as well just to give you an idea. I mean, pearls are important. We want to make sure the pearl's good. And there is, yep, that is some fabulous color. And then I'll try to prop up this section here as best I can. I might have to get a little different angle on it so you can also see that designer satin finishing. It has almost like a little glittery tone, but it's not. It's just it's a texture done to the gold. And then you've got the diamonds in between and on one side and then kind of scattered throughout your florals. That's $9.99. So that makes it easy. And what were you picking up over there? More diamond bands going out. Those 777 diamond bands with the 30 pointers. Amazing. Well done, and keep calling on those. Still got a couple of those bands for you, and really one of our most affordable items of the day, actually. The only thing that would have those bands beat would be the Morganite drop earrings we had. And here is that gorgeous Tahitian. Let's take you on a walk through and around all the angles. Purples, blues, greens, and just look at that. That looks, you know, they don't do anything to that pearl. The mollusk gets all the credit. We don't cut it, we don't polish it, we don't buff it. That's just natural, best of the best quality. $9.99, somebody needs that. And then we have some Mandarin. Oh, the Mandarin earrings are lovely. Let's show the Mandarin earrings. And don't forget about the heart-shaped yellow. Heart-shaped yellow's here. What else? Heart-shaped yellow, it's really good. Oh, our tennis bracelets and one pair of hoops. One pair of 202s in the white gold, still here. $9.99 on this pendant, still here. I'll keep moving. Got more to show you. If you don't love that, you might love this. You never know what's right around the corner. Could it be a big Mandarin garnet square cushion cut stud earring with baguette diamonds all the way around? 7895, 789, and then a 5. And then all that halo, that's the dressy way you do the ballerina tutu. You do it with the dressy baguettes, tapered cuts, 304 in the cushion cut Mandarin garnets all together, 72 points in the diamonds, center post, and a butterfly backing. And again, anything you saw from earlier, please make the calls now. We are not here long after we go off the air on Sunday, so make sure Sunday is a time of rest, or at least it should be, so we like to get everybody to their families and their friends and to enjoy a little bit of weekend time with the people who have weekends on Saturday and Sunday. So here's our 304, and it is going to be 72 points, and then let me show them to you from a distance away on, and they stay in white. So again, another one of those, well, we don't even need to size them. They're pretty much, yeah, they're for a pierced ear, and you're good to go. You put them in, you look fabulous. They are ready to go. Ship them out tomorrow. How about that? Look at the size. If you angle them, 1/2 inch. A little under that. If you have them squared off, let's see that centered post. Let's put them up against the ear, and let's get you a better value than that $79.99, because that's going to be a tough ask on a pair of earrings, I think. For whatever reason, a lot of times we just think of the earrings as the afterthought, the secondary piece, the accessory to the rings. And yet, when you have a Mandarin garnet, you're in rare, rare air, and it's nice to have the set, a sweeping, beautiful, bright neon color that you get that shows off from a distance away. I think that's a priority with an earring, because obviously no one's getting that close to our earrings besides those we're really, really close to. So you want it to show off and be bright as can be. That earring is it, not 79. Let's go back to the close-up here and give you a wonderful value. Wonderful. One pair, that's all I got. Those are the stones you're going to get. That's the earring that's going to be on your ear. And we're not doing $79.69 or $59.99 times. I just figure these are the times when you just got to take the biggest, best pieces you have and really drop those. It's one thing to take a $1,000 piece and drop it $100. It's another thing to take something that should have been $8,000 and drop it on the $3,000. Let's go $29.99 on that pair of earrings. The best. And yet, not a drop, because every time I see drop Mandarins, they're like $20,000 and more, and I got to be honest, I don't show them much, because we don't have a lot of people looking to spend $20,000 on a pair of earrings. So this makes it more affordable, more reasonable, still gives you all the quality in neon that we love. Is anybody going to take the Tahitian pearl pendant? Arguably the best Tahitian pearl. We usually see just kind of softer grays and muted charcoals. That one was just greens and purples and red. I mean, it was awesome. That is not a shy pearl. And usually they get a little shy under these lights. Luster is not something that's easy to show under bright lights. That pearl is still here. Natural Tahitian, 11.5 millimeter, and it's in 18 karat gold. It was under $1,000. Make sure you get the Tahitian pearl. Who wants the gorgeous Mandarin earrings? One of a kind. Pretty much everything I've had today is. And if you have any questions of anything you've seen, oh, maybe we need to recap. Let's recap the Kunzite. That's definitely got to be seen again. The Kunzite Asher cut, got to show that one more time. Maybe also the Tsavorite and Platinum. Give that a look. Don't forget about our white gold hoop earrings. Have those amazing white gold hoops, just one pair. Don't forget about the Tahitian. That Tahitian's so good and so affordable. All right, so I'm going to recap the Kunzite we had earlier that was brand new today. And it's 112-9290 with fancy cut trillions, diamonds on the sides. Look at this. And the ultimate neon, purples, blues, and pinks together. Yes. And that's a 979, 27 points in diamonds. Wowza. And just balanced. Balanced with the big trillions, elegance. Gosh, and Asher with the extra flash of the trillion. That's just working. That's working. Looks like a great combination, just perfect. And we'll make it $1,999. $1,999 for the Kunzite. These values today, they've been special. That just to summate, in summation, what we have had today in values. And I know I knew going in, this is going to be like when they said to me one day years ago, they said, wow, that was a really tough show. And I responded with, yeah, it was Christmas morning. And management came in and said, oh, that was it? And I'm like, yeah, it was Christmas morning. Christmas morning's a tough one. We kind of knew this is going to be a little, an interesting day. Maybe not the normal full complement of Sunday daytime viewers. So the values have more than really been a showcase of some of our best. And on brand new pieces like this, we have 15 minutes left to go of broadcast airtime today to shop, the show, the sale, the last day of summer. We see you not on Monday, not on Tuesday, but on Wednesday night at 5. So now is the time to pick up the phone and dial in. You've seen virtually everything we can show you today. Of course, barring any extra additional requests that you might have that I can more than enough time to bring out for you. But this is where you get that $19.99 deal is not normal. That price is, this one is not. And what would you rather spend? Because I know if I'm given the opportunity to save $5,000 on one luxury piece of jewelry that I love, I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it. And that's what you have the opportunity to do right now. $19.99. Take it. Just take it. And then we'll show the Tsavorite. Because you also have a money-back guarantee as well. So it's not one of those, I'm stuck with it forever and ever. I better make real sure that that's going to be like the only piece I ever want to buy. No, you've got a money-back guarantee. You take a look at it once you get it at home. You got a couple weeks to decide if it's for you. See if that's not the best color and the best value and everything else you want to love about it, which is the size, the feel, the shape, the everything, the styling. And here's a look at something that was part of a wheel earlier that I think it might be just one of those, you got to show it up close. You got to see all the details because this is 1128735. It's that Tsavorite garnet with a fingerprint, and it's set down, kind of amazing because it's set down in this like bridge highway because there's a crisscross that you see here. I love looking at it from this angle. You see the intertwined details of this incredible style. So you see the way that it does the crisscross on that essentially foundation, the bottom, the inside. And that's going to be all done in mirror finished platinum. And then you've got the diamonds that go up and over the sides like you do. So almost, again, that is a tension setting actually. So it's an east-west set stone, almost a carat in size. And then it's tension set among the two rows of pave. And it's a beautiful, this is a pretty heavy ring. So essentially you see it right there. 4 bands of platinum all together in one. That is $9.99. It was part of a wheel earlier. So now we're just really excited to bring that to you here at $9.99. One caller, I'm going to show it to you on the hand here as well. Don't forget about the Kunzite. Victor's taking something from earlier as well. Fabulous, well done. Here's what we're going to do, and that's what everyone's doing on the phones. Picking up all the pieces now. I'm hearing I'm hearing a few people say, yes, that is sold out. Some pieces from earlier are gone and sold out, but it's worth checking. It's worth asking. It's worth double checking and getting that piece before somebody else does. If it is still hanging out, might have your name on it, and soon would literally have your name on it tomorrow. On a box, out to you. Back to the wheel we'll go. $9.99 on the Sapphire in platinum, 4 bands in one. Pretty cool style. And a tension setting, which I always appreciate. It's just a modern way. It's definitely a modern setting. More contemporary look than, let's say, something with traditional with prongs and a halo. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, but that's much more often what we see, especially with an important stone set like this. And then I've got a really cute little flower brooch. I like brooches. I always say you need a brooch. You need one good brooch. I don't think you necessarily need to have a bunch of them, but I think one signature brooch is certainly something that's worth investing into. We have this bouquet of florals. Oh, how pretty is this? The full bouquet, or maybe almost like the wildflowers that you just picked yourself in Brazilian paraibas, and it's 1128,906. And I'm going to show it here without the sapphire in the back, so there's no confusion here. That is our Brazilian paraiba times 3. They're rounds. They are 10 points in total, 24 points in the diamonds, and yes, it is solid platinum. 1128,906, and that is, look at this, it's a brooch. There's a bail as well, but it would be upside down, so something to consider. You can put your chain through it and wear it upside down if you want to use it as a pendant as well. Or if you have a nice chain that's going to be kind of sturdy, you can kind of finagle it and just put the chain through the pin and it will sit likely as a brooch. Let's show you the size from a distance away. I mean, these are kind of just, again, closeout clearances right here. This is like the essence of, it's been here too long, we'll sell it under cost, and we'll see who can really be fast with picking up the value. Here it is from a distance, 1.25 inches top to bottom in platinum. Here's what it looks like on the neckline, just to see another perspective on it and see how that's going to look. And again, a little awkward to hold it here, but you can just kind of see how that's how it would look on a lapel. Here's how it would look on the neckline. We'll go back up close and give it to you for, how about 11.11 on this one? 11.11. And Victor, what was it that you were picking up over there? Which one? Oh, which one? The ring or the pen? The one in the bridge, the ring. So fabulous. Who got it? Gail. Thank you, Gail. And you got the Kunzite Asher? Thank you so much. So piece from yesterday just went. Thank you, Gail. Enjoy it. You will love it. The octagon. I'll never forget it. The octagon. Gail has entered the octagon. I love it. Maybe I could be a UFC announcer. That'd be fun, right? Yeah. I know the girls in those rings don't usually speak, but I could. They'd probably say, can you please, yeah, you can be quiet. All right, so Kunzite's gone from earlier, and this one's 11.11. What else do we have to show? Let's see. I'm going to give a last look. Let's give a last look to the heart shape. A little love for the heart shape, please. A little love for the 1 carat exactamundo heart shape. Isn't that something? 1 carat heart shape, item number 9309. Again, Kunzite is spoken for. This is last call on the show. Please call me quickly. Anything you need. I mean, look at this. We got pieces from earlier this weekend going out. Friday night, pieces are leaving us as well. So this is the time. Capitalize. Now, that heart shape, true heart shape, it's so rare to see the heart shapes. You know it and I know it, and every color is sunshine bright, spectacular here. And we're going to make that one $34.99. It's been up a couple times. It's ready to get its home, isn't it? Nothing like it, and anything else. And I don't know if Gail needs to see her ring again, but if you do, let me know. We have it here to show you if you need to see it again, but I think she's got a good handle on it. That was a really stately piece there. And then how about you, Jason? Anything I can help you with? Yes, the paraiba brooch just sold. The florals, congratulations, 8906, stays in platinum. That's another one that goes right out. Should be out tomorrow for you. Last pair of hoops, we may need to focus on those white gold hoops one more time. The $34.99 heart shape so far is here. I'd be very surprised if that sticks around any longer than the next 9 minutes, though. Uh-oh, 9 minutes left. That's all we've got. 9 minutes of airtime. Wowza, do we need those last minute requests in now? This is the pink sapphire I wanted to show you. I just thought we would not be complete without showing this pink sapphire today in platinum. Very heavy band of platinum, kind of a buckle style wraparound band, and hot pink, the hottest. And don't forget about that sapphire in platinum still here too. if you'd like to get the Savorite and Platinum. But this one, Platinum again, 112-6842. Call me on that heart-shaped yellow. And then don't forget about the Tanzanite. We'll have to recap the Tanzanite. We still have the 706 Tanzanite here as well. So we'll give that a last look before we go. Give us a call on anything you've seen. Check with your operators on availability. It's always the best idea. Make sure you check with them because sometimes pieces go earlier and then they get swapped out. You just never know. You never know. I learn all kinds of things after we go off the air that I didn't know about during the show. So always good to ask. They know. Lots happening out there on a live show. But here is the pink sapphire. We're blowing it out for only, well, this is $19.99 for that wider band. Who got our brooch, Jason? Thank you, Suzanne. And where was she calling from? You want, what's that? I think the Mandarin earrings are they here or are they gone? I don't know. I think we were verifying last time I think they're here, right? Think so. Mandarin earrings are here. Nobody got them? All right. So 7895. Victor, let me know if you need to see them again. They're white gold only. And then, yeah, I think they're here. Good. And then Suzanne was from where? You got it. That's Massachusetts. Yes, exactly. Here we go. And available, Laura. It's available. It is available for you. I don't know if you saw it or not. Let me know if you need to see it again. But here we go. Oh, my goodness. Look at that. And I kind of cheated it this way because I kind of like seeing those diamonds that go more along this side of the band. And then you've got all that mirror finish platinum on this side. But wear it how you like or center it up. And it kind of looks like this beautiful kind of buckle style. I think that's pretty cool. And it's heavy. That's a heavy ring. It's not even that big a ring size right now, and that is the perfect hot pink, carat 46, Ceylon Sapphire. So a real stunner there. We'll recap our hoops. I got to recap the 706. That's, out of all things we've had today, most everything's gone except the 706 Tanzanite. And again, it doesn't usually happen that way because, well, you know our values are here. It is, yeah, this is going to be the 706 round. Let's get this one out the door once and for all here. It's 112-8432. So it was an attempt at an auction. It didn't all take hold. And so with 6 minutes left to go, I think it's in our best interest to just give you an incredible value. Who picked up the Mandarin garnet studs? Mary, thank you so much. Enjoy them. They'll be right out to you. They are gorgeous. And here we are. You can see everything's going. Make sure you pick up that phone line and let us know what you'd like. Here's that, yeah, 3,800. You know what? We don't have time for the auction. We have 6 minutes to go. We're probably going to get some last minute requests in here. So let's just take it even further. I'll just make it 3,777 done. It's just, it's got to go. We spent a lot of time talking about it and showing it and really giving you all the particulars about this 706 with the 111 double halo. It is now time to find the rightful home to this piece and to at least let you experience what it's all about in person to your naked eye. See what we always talk about, which is not us talking about it. I'm reiterating what customers say. It's so much better and brighter and even more reds than I saw on TV. And that, I know that like you shop elsewhere, and haven't we all been disappointed by things we've bought off of other places on TV or online, where suddenly it doesn't look like the photo, or it doesn't look because you weren't seeing what you were actually getting, or it was just, yeah, it was a bait and switch, or all the things that we don't do. And that really is, I know it can kind of put a damper on the shopping experience that really, when you experience how we do it, is really just class all the way. And that's what it's about. So 3777, did you have any questions, Allison, before we go? All right. So our last call now, if we have about 4 minutes left to go, 4.5 or so, let me know if there's anything else you need to see. We've had a lot of people, Mary included, checking on availability, and really smart to do so because she found out her gorgeous earrings were still available and had her name on it. It was a meant to be moment. So please do that now. Also our tennis bracelets, 2 tennis bracelets, 1 rose, 1 white. They're also here for $29.99. That gets you almost 3 carats in diamonds for under $3,000. The Tahitian pearl, the morganite drops. Some of our more affordable items that we've shown all day are still here, like the Tahitian pearl pendant for $9.99, like those morganite drops. They were only $6.99. Like the tennis bracelet. How about that heart-shaped purple paraiba? It was $99.99. And yes, here are the earrings. So it's our last call on the show. You do not want to wait. Now, we already sold out 2 pairs of these earrings, but we did start with 3. So luckily, 3 to start, 2 gone, 1 left. And the button release to our bezel sets. Inside out, 202s. Item number is 1114316. And the ultimate is right here. And we do need to get that Tanzanite at home before we go, so definitely call us there. Here's how we make the last pair. And again, I know these are the ones you think about as they're classics. This is the classic, it'll always be there. And you're probably right. What does have to change though is the pricing structure on the earring, especially considering it is so much gold, it is so many diamonds, inside out. There's also, it's not something we talk about as much, but there's a lot of workmanship that goes into a hoop. You've got more, rings are just, rings can have a lot of workmanship too, the way you're, setting diamonds and setting everything individually, but it's still a stationary piece that goes on your hand and it's done. You've got working parts here. A hoop's a little different because you've got engineering and you've got articulation and you've got, hinges and buttons and locking mechanisms inside. It's a fully complicated style to create. So that's the intangible, sure, but there's also a lot of workmanship that goes into it. So that's why when you expect to see a price tag of $10,000 or more in the future, that's a big reason why. The last pair is here right now for $19.99. And we are down to 2 final minutes. 2 minutes in the broadcast. And we thank you for joining us, not just today, but always. Reminder, we're not here Monday or Tuesday, back on Wednesday night at 5 Pacific, that's 8 Eastern, 7 Central. So make sure you adjust accordingly for where you live. And don't forget, even though we'll not see you for 2 days, we will hope to see you all right back here on Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night. Those are our evening shows, Saturday and Sunday during the day. 2 minutes to go and last call on the hoops. And I better have something else ready because those hoops, yeah, there's no way they're sticking around. White gold only though. White gold only. They're ready to go in a box out to you. Should be tomorrow. They don't need sizing. They don't need a gold color change. They're ready to go. So that's just it though. I've got the white gold only. It's our last one, last pair. This is it, and $1,999. That is quite the value. Again, when we see under 1,000 a carat, I know we love that, but these are big diamonds. They're a lot of gold. I mean, there's a really impressive way that they're gonna move, and they're gonna be that 1.5 inch diameter, so they show off those diamonds that are through the inside of the back. So you really get to see and appreciate all of those really big diamonds. We do a 202 that's prong set. They're much smaller diamonds. They have a lot less gold, yet they're just as much money. So this is an upgrade in every way you can do it, and yet that same incredible price tag that we won't be able to see again. So that's our last call on the white gold hoops, and then if we have time, I'll put up that 706 Tanzanite one more time, but I'm waiting to see who's got the white gold hoops. They should be gone. $19.99, last pair. We will hope to have them back. They will be a different price, and I mean different not in a good way. Different meaning much higher. There's just no way to do $19.99 going forward. So last call there, and then of course our last 30 seconds. Now we're here for a couple minutes after we go off the air. The phone lines remain open for a few short minutes, so dial in now and then ask those questions, check on availability. Let's see who's got the last pair of hoops, and thank you so much, and hope you have a great rest of your Sunday. Enjoy this last official day of summer, and then I guess we'll see you in the fall. We'll see you Wednesday night. Fall will be arriving. So yes, all right, the hoops are gone. And then here's the last look at that Tanzanite before we go. Keep calling. The Tanzanite is $37.77. Thank you so much from all of us here at TVON. I'm Lauren Blair. Have a great rest of your day. And don't forget, we'll see you Wednesday night at 5.